Hello, hello, hello. Namaste, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Cricket for Us. And today we're going to be doing a watch along for the Pakistan versus Australia, the second test in this historic test series. And the funny thing is, the really funny thing is, I'm only available for an hour. The plan is that I'm going to do the watch along as long as I possibly can, or as much as I possibly can. And then from that point onwards, about an hour into this, I'll go and pick up my mom from the airport, which is quite far from where I live. So I'm going to switch on the Urdu commentary like I did during the PSL. And do give me your thoughts about if you want something like that or not, because it just, number one, it helps provide Urdu content on my channel, which is something I've wanted. I just don't do it that much. And on top of that, people can chat in the video on the side and enjoy the conversation between everyone. If that is what's going to happen, I don't know what's going to happen exactly. But yeah, thank you everyone who's joined us. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't done so already. It really does help the channel. Like I said, we'll be streaming around about an hour from now, and then I'll have to go. But then I'll switch over, as I mentioned, to the Urdu commentary. But here we have it. It says right there what's going on. So Australia have elected to bat. Australia won the toss and they're going to bat first, and they have made the decision of a lifetime. That's exactly what they needed to do. That's exactly what they're going to do. I'm quite happy from an Australian perspective. If I was an Australian supporter, doesn't matter what team I'm playing against, in this situation, this is probably the best shout they could have had, right? And this is probably the best thing that they could have done from that perspective. On top of that, they've opted to go for an extra spinner. So I'll go into talking about the squad or the 11 shortly. I'm just gonna log into my my YouTube account on my phone, and then I shall begin. But yeah, thank you everyone who's joined us. Please like, share, and subscribe if you do like the content. If you don't, then at least just like the video or dislike the video, and then just talk to us in the chat. Really do appreciate it. But yeah, thank you everyone who's joined us. Please like and subscribe if you like the content. Right, I'm just going to update where the Australia chose to bat as the toss update. So for everyone watching, Australia did choose to bat, which is good for them. Adil says Australia won the toss and like to bat. Thanks, Adil. Yeah, I love it. I love the fact that you're updating me about everything because I can't watch it. I have to use quick info because they only show like 5 minutes prior to the match officially beginning. Also, there was someone, I forgot their name. I think it was M Khan or Mariam Khan or something. He or she wrote hi like 7 hours ago when I made the stream. So hi to you. Thank you. I can't show your comment, but hi. Yes, Hassan, Fahim, and Iftikhar are in, and Iftikhar and Naseem are out. You know what this helps me with? Because I was going to write all this down, but Adil's thankfully done it for me. So thanks, Adil. Really appreciate that. Swepson to debut for Australia. Yep. Very exciting leg spinner. I've seen him a bit more than I've seen Matt Parkinson, which is quite funny. But I like both. I like both from a leg spinning perspective. And I don't know about Swepson's googly as much, but I recall his leg spin being pretty dangerous too. So in all honesty, the right decision on this particular track. Pakistan have gone in with their best team. Not just here. Pakistan's best team, that is known as Pakistan's best team right now, is a team with Hassan Ali and Fahim in, and no Iftikhar and no Naseem Shah. So, yep, that is cool. This is also, it promotes Urdu language. Yes, I should keep Urdu commentary on the channel. It will help massively when you're away. Oh, appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thanks, Adil. Appreciate the help and appreciate the support for sure. Mohammed Stan says, how much will be Pakistan comfortable chasing? Depends. Do you mean on like in the fourth innings? I'd say 220, 200, 220 Pakistan will be comfortable with. If you're talking in terms of the second innings, I think if Australia can be restricted to under 300, Pakistan should be absolutely ecstatic. If it goes past 350, not 350. If it goes past 400, Pakistan's going to think of it as too much pressure. But 350 is a good enough score from for the first innings. Ideally, 400 plus is well suited here. But yeah, anything below 300, Pakistan should be happy with. Zan Khan says, hello, Australia batting. This is going to be interesting. It is going to be interesting because Australia have gone in with an unchanged batting lineup, for lack of a better term. The only change is Josh Hazelwood gone and Mitchell Swepson is in. And with Pakistan, they've gone in with their best team, right? Which is good to see. But also, we've got Sajid Khan and Numan Ali. I rate Numan Ali a lot. Unfortunately, not Sajid Khan as much. However, he does spin the ball in the opposite direction. Maybe that could be the reason why they've gone in that direction, even though Babar Azam says he is a spinner. And one thing I wanted to mention about, leg spin. Mitchell Swepson, a leg spinner, and after what happened last week, it just makes sense to put him into the side and see what he can do for Australia, because he's been doing it. I don't know which state he plays for, but I know he's been doing great things because I've been hearing his name for the past 2.5 years. So, it is what it is. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. Hi, 87. Thank you so much for all the help, by the way. I really appreciate it. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but yeah, really do appreciate that. The plan is that I'm going to do my watch along / live commentary / conversation with you guys for about an hour till 1:45, or if you're in India, then 1/4 whatever hour we're at. Then I have to go pick up my mom at the airport. So I'll have the Urdu commentary going on the channel. So unfortunately, I can't find good, decent English commentary that I don't get flagged for on the channel. So I have to resort to the Urdu commentary. And it helps my channel bring Urdu content, which I don't do much of. But yeah, thank you everyone who has joined us. And Queenslander, there we go. See, 87 with the... I love it. Thank you so much. WW Podcast. Jack, what's up, man? Hello, I said hoping for a good contest between the bat and the ball for this second test. How does he Swepson playing? Hope he does well and gets a few wickets. Do you know what? I think I said that, a lot of Pakistanis want this. They want Labuschagne, Khwaja, Smith, Warner to do well, Swepson and Stark to do well, but Pakistan still wins. So I'm loving the support in terms of the series. I saw some footage about Shaheen Afridi, Babar Azam, David Warner, Imam ul Haq, Marnus Labuschagne. Like, these guys were just Pat Cummins. They were just hanging around the pitch yesterday doing some practice, and I was like, you don't see this very often. So I enjoyed that. That was really cool. That was pretty cool. Right, guys. So what I'm going to do is we've got about 10 minutes, 12 minutes before the start of play. I'm going to go through the playing 11s shortly. Before I do that, I just want to read through some of the comments here on Cricket Info. Naseem also has a fifer in Karachi. Hassan Ali and Numan Ali both can bat. Karachi is a batting-friendly wicket. All right, interesting. Yeah, a lot of people talked about Naseem Shah playing because of the fact that Naseem Shah offers you pace, but Fahim offers you a bit more control, and his freaking batting average is above 40 over the past couple of years, right? He has been sensational for Pakistan. So yeah, I think Pat Cummins has done the right thing. This is the best decision from an Australian perspective. And from, a cricket standpoint, because they're going to bat quicker and Pakistan is going to try and take wickets, especially on day one, because they're going to be panicking right now because they wanted to bat first too. It does look like a good wicket. I agree. Mitch has been around for this word. We're pumped for having him. Our job now is to bat big. Yep, exactly what your job is now. Let's go on to the playing 11s, guys. Right, okay, so Australia is batting first. So Australia, we all know the Australian team, but I'm just going to run through it anyway. David Warner, Usman Khwaja, Marnus Labuschagne, Steve Smith, Travis Head, Cameron Green, Alex Carey, Mitchell Stark, Pat Cummins. Pat Cummins should bat above Mitchell Stark, obviously. That's a no-brainer. But that's just my thought, at least. And then Mitchell Swepson and Nathan Lyon. So Australia seem pretty balanced. Also seem like Pakistan in the sense, apart from Sajid Khan. If Pakistan had it Zahid Mahmood, they'd be like almost identical squads. But I think this is the right way to go about it from an Australian standpoint. I 100% agree with the approach they've gone, especially in Karachi, right? And then Pakistan, Imam ul Haq, Abdullah Shafiq, Azhar Ali, Babar Azam, Fawad Ali, Muhammad Rizwan. Fahim Ashraf is back in the side. It says bowling all-rounder, but his bowling average isn't that great. His batting average is pretty good. He's more consistently performing with the bat, and he's providing some sort of control with the ball. So I would call him just an all-rounder at this stage, but, it is what it is. Anyway, Numan Ali, yes, Sajid Khan, Hassan Ali, and Shaheen Shafidi. Hassan Ali is also back in Pakistani whites. which is going to be fun because he's not had the best time of it since October in white ball cricket. I think he's had 1.5 good games, including the PSL, that I can recall. Yeah, 1.5 good games, I'd say. But you can correct me in the chat. Love being corrected. I was, Adil. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna mention that, Adil, because when I put it on the TV, they showed the women's match and India scored like 300 odd. So thanks for that. Speaking of India, the Indian women's team have made 317 in their 50 overs. Yes, they have in QC. 2 centuries by Smriti Mandana and her. Oh, okay, that's why they were batting so long. Okay, so they got hundreds. Okay, so I didn't watch it properly. I was setting up my stream and stuff. But no, that's cool. Thanks for letting me know, Adil. Fazan Khan says, let's hope Pakistan doesn't turn Swepson into another new bowler hero like they do at times with new bowlers they face. Not just bowlers, also batsmen, known as Marcus North. Picked up 6 wickets against Pakistan. Like, what? This doesn't make sense. But yes, I agree with you. Faizan Khan says, is Sajid Khan a bowling all-rounder? Is he? Don't think I've seen him bat. Have we? We haven't seen Sajid Khan bat properly. I don't think he's a bowling all-rounder either. But I think he has a first-class 100, if I'm not wrong. You know what? I'm going to check this. Thanks, Sajid Khan. I didn't even spot that. But I think he has a first-class 100. Got a strong feeling he has a first-class 100. Yep, there we go. I can't believe I knew that. He has a first-class 100. But I tell you what, one first-class 100 does not constitute you being a bowling all-rounder, in my opinion. I think you need a bit more. I think you need at least an average of 25 to even be considered in the all-rounder-ish category. What do you guys think? Because I get really picky about this stuff. So Hassan Ali's not an all-rounder at all. But Kyle Jamieson, he's an all-rounder. If that makes sense. But yeah, there we go. Those are the squads, guys. We're going to start the match in about 7 to 8 minutes. Earl John says, right there, I still think that Australia missed a chance by not including a second all-rounder in this squad, either Mitchell Marsh or Glenn Maxwell. So a lot of people talked about Mitchell Marsh, but I haven't heard many people discuss the Glenn Maxwell thing because of, obviously he's unavailable. But that would have been an interesting option. But spin to win, especially if Australia is batting first. So in the long run, this is probably the best approach that Australia could have gone for. And I'm, in all honesty, if I was an Australian supporter, I would be jumping up and down right now. Just tell you. Adil says, I meant World Cup, not Q. Okay. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Adil. Thanks. Abdullah says, congratulations to me. Screwed my TV settings and now lost all streaming apps. And my iPad has 5% power left. I'm so sorry, Abdullah. Do you have a charger nearby? I don't know if I can help it anyway. The only thing I could do is talk for 45 minutes. And if you understand, if you want to hear Urdu commentary after that, then you can listen to some Urdu commentary on the channel on YouTube. YouTube you can access quite easily on your phone, even without the app. I'm so sorry, man. I hope you get it fixed soon so you can enjoy this amazing. I'm going to keep calling it historic series because Australia hasn't toured in 24 years. Even if this is another match like Rawalpindi. Just saying. Zan Khan says, I think Hassan Ali should go the test only route. Oh, mic drop. If he only plays red ball cricket, he can extend his career, make decent money on the side with county and even PSL contracts. Fazan Khan, I can almost guarantee this will not happen, but the idea is probably the best idea someone's had for Hassan Ali's career. I think Hassan Ali, when he plays with Shadab Khan, that's something Pakistan doesn't want to miss. How, they're friends and all that stuff, but it's not just that. The energy both of them infuse into each other, that genuinely lifts the Pakistan team up quite a bit. At least that's what I've noticed. Even when both of them weren't on song, it was like, yeah, and they didn't play together as often when they were both, one was injured, coming back from injury, vice versa. So I understand where you're coming from, and that would be really cool. I just don't see it happen. I don't see it happening. And if Pakistan is bowling first, I'm going to be so angry if Hassan Ali opens the bowling. He does not need to open the bowling. He is Hassan Ali. He is not Shaheen Afridi. He's not Muhammad Abbas, right? even though I don't like Fahim Ashraf opening the bowling for Pakistan, but in this situation, Pakistan needs to open with Fahim Ashraf and Shaheen Afridi. And when Hassan Ali bowls in his first spell, we all know this first spell, he's going to go at an economy of 4 or something. This is just what he does. But after that, when he comes back into the attack, that's when he brings his like full strength bowling abilities into play. They're just showing the match summary from the previous game. It was a draw. That's all you got to know. It was a draw with a lot of runs. And Imam al-Haq with twin centuries in either innings. Something only 10 Pakistanis, including now Imam al-Haq, have done. The pitch looks pretty bare, to put it bluntly. I thought it was going to have a bit more grass, but nope. Not much grass that I can see. A bit of cracks. There's a bit of scuff on in the middle of the pitch as well. So if any of the spinners want to bowl short, it could potentially come into play. But yeah, a bit of cracks with the heat. Because it's sunny and it's Karachi, it's going to get hot. And that's eventually going to open up the cracks sooner than we expect. But Australia has won the toss, elected to bat. Good call. Mitchell Swepson, Nathan Lyon will be key for Australia when they come out to bowl. Absolutely key. Adil says Azhar Ali went the test only route and flourished with runs. Coming on board. Hassan could increase his wickets. Call him. Not a bad shout. Yeah, not a bad shout. I just don't see it happening. It's there's things that I like, there's things that I think could happen, and there's things that I think cannot happen. And I have a feeling this is in the cannot bracket, unless and until he has a horrendous 2022. Unless his 2022 in limited overs cricket is so bad, I don't see it happening. I really hope his 2022 isn't too bad. But if so, yeah, Red Bull. And if you can keep the same form going, that he is a consistent part of the Red Bull side for sure. We've got David Warner and Usman Khawaja walking out to bat, right? The Pakistan team is already out. I'm going to drink some water. And David Warner is getting warmed up. No, that's not a pun. They're just walking out and they are going to face probably Shaheen Afridi opening the bowling in about 2 to 3 minutes. I just don't understand why they only start showing the match like 5 minutes beforehand. Because they're thinking Sky Sports probably like, yeah, let's just quicken it up, you know. Ah, nice. So Usman Khawaja gave the cap. The 464th Australian cap in tests was given to Mitchell Swepson by Usman Khawaja. That's a nice gesture. I like that. And then Pat Cummins is like, I'll shake your hand too. Good call. Yeah, we'll have to see how he goes because I've been quite excited to see Swepson for a while. I thought Swepson was going to play against England in the Ashes, and then I thought Swepson was going to play. I thought Swepson was going to play against against India, and then I thought Swepson was going to play against England, but unfortunately, none of those things came into fruition. That 335 against Pakistan for David Warner was just absolute killer, man. 335 not out. Crazy scenes. And then we got Usman Khawaja, who also averages 43 in Test cricket. I'm sure it's a lot more against Pakistan, but yeah, we're getting underway. We're getting underway, guys. The second Test between Pakistan and Australia played in the National Stadium, Karachi. The play is about to begin, and I'm excited. I am super stoked right now because this match could actually have a result. There's a can't believe Aleem Dar has stood umpire in 138 tests. That is crazy. Yeah, Shaheen Afridi with the new ball. I'm going to leave the scorecard as always up here on the left of me or right of yourself. Shaheen Afridi, left arm fast. I forgot I didn't see his stats, but his stats are pretty good too. His stats ain't too shabby at all. Not that many people in the stadium, but I don't care. Shaheen Afridi running into David Warner. Yorker first up and well defended. Well played by David Warner. It just swung just a smidge away from Warner as well, but that would have been an absolute beaut. Oh, that was a beaut. That was a beautiful delivery. It was probably not as full as I initially thought. It was almost a Yorker, but well played, well dug out by David Warner. Adil says, do you think Khwaja will make 100 last game? He could. Definitely could. He is a talented batsman. But in this game, Australia's top 5, any of them could get 100. Even Cameron Green. So Australia's top 6, any of them could potentially get 100 in this match. Shaheen Afridi once again to David Warner. Oh, good leg delivery. Pitched and seamed away from Warner. Warner almost drawn into playing that shot away from his body, but thankfully he pulled his bat back. And no outside edge. A play and miss by David Warner. Second ball of the match. And so far, we're seeing a bit of movement. I think we're going to see it about 5 to 6 overs. Maximum 10 overs, we're going to see this movement. Maximum. It might also end by the end of this over, but 5 to 6 overs, I would say, is probably average. You see the ball swinging just a little bit. Yeah, seeing just a hint of swing away from David Warner, and Warner left that one exactly what he needed to do beforehand. Okay. RCB fan says, "Aaj Babar ko captaincy mein ghabrana nahi hai." Why Babar failed in PSL? All right, I'll tell you this. I think the reason why Babar failed in PSL, because if you look at Babar's stats and then you look at everyone else in Babar's team, they were the big weak link. The entire team was a weak link. Right? I can't even remember their players. Imad Wasim and Mohammad Nabi performed in 2 games. Babar Azam pretty much performed in 6 or 7 of those. Okay. So I don't think his captaincy was to blame as much as the players in their team just weren't able to perform as well as they probably would have wanted. Right? They counted a lot on Joe Clark, they counted a lot on Shajil Khan, and none of them were able to play as well as they would like. Qasim Akram came near the end of their stint as well, who performed well in a couple of games. But yeah, I don't blame Babar Azam for PSL and Karachi Kings, man. No way. The stadium should be filled in by afternoon session. Yeah, because the temperature is still pretty hot at 3-4 o'clock. Shaheen Afridi to David Warner, outside edge, another beautiful delivery. That was Fuller, outside edge, goes between the gap between gully and backward point. And 2 runs to David Warner and Australia. First runs of the day and of the match. Thank you, RCB fan. You have answered that question. Awesome. Fazan Khan says 4 more balls to find out who opens the bowling from the other side. Yeah, man. I think Fahim Ashraf should. Ideally, that's my thought, at least. Dr. Jihan says, Imam al-Haq had a lot to say about the pitch. Would Australia have lost 10 wickets if they weren't trying to push the game on when Pakistan were bowling outside leg stump? Whew. You know he's going to defend himself, right? Oh, another beautiful delivery. He's bowling full. He's getting the ball to tail away just a smidge from David Warner. And David Warner is just playing it defensively. First over of the second test has been completed. 2-for-0 after the first over. Shaheen Afridi bowled quite well. Let's see who bowls the second over for Pakistan. Do you know what, Dr. Jihan? What I'm going to say is I get both sides. Australia could have just kept leaving if they wanted to, but Australia did not want to because they're not that type of team. Therefore, they went on a slightly aggressive approach and got, 2-3 wickets fell in that way. It was a tactic. I know it was a tactic because they realized they could keep doing this and eventually patience runs out. So you could see it from Iman's perspective. You could see it from yours. But either way, they're opening with Hassan Ali. They're opening the bowling with Hassan Ali. Why are you doing this to me? Why are you doing this to me? Oh, man. Yeah, Imam ul-Haq obviously had a lot to say because he finally performed in Test cricket. That's why. If 2 good innings in one match give you the confidence to talk about everything on that pitch, then fair enough, dude. He batted well. He scored over 300 runs or something. Over 250 runs or whatever it was. Hassan Ali to Usman Khwaja. Down leg side. But he did get a bit of swing. But down leg side. Craig Euler, I hope I pronounced your name correctly, but Craig, g'day, mate. Hello, let's go Australia. Thank you so much for joining, Craig. Really appreciate it. If you are new to the channel, though, I don't know if you are, and I'm sorry if you're not, but if you are new to the channel, please like, share, subscribe if you like the content. If you don't like the content, at least like or dislike the video. really helps the algorithm, and then they push it to more people. We have even better chats. But thank you so much for joining. Australia, right call, batting first. Hassan Ali, full on the pads of Usman Khwaja, and he just flicks it through mid wicket for another couple of runs. And Khwaja is on 2, and Australia move on to 4-0, guys. 4-0. RCB fan says Wase Habib is always criticized Babar. Wase Habib is your Pakistan YouTuber. I don't know Wase Habib. I know Wahid Khan, and I know like some of the friends I've made through the YouTube thing. And I know obviously Caught Behind Rashid Latif, Dr. Numan Niaz and stuff. But yeah, I'm not sure Wase Habib. Let me check. Does have a pretty big YouTube channel. Yeah, if he criticizes him, that's his thoughts, right? That's his thoughts. But everyone is entitled to their own opinion. I just don't agree with his opinion 8 times out of 10. So if that's what he's saying, right, then that's probably 10 out of 10. I don't agree with him. He probably criticized Babar for multiple reasons. Could be because he gets views for it, or maybe because he thinks he should be doing something else. And if Babar tries that and it works, then I'm sure he'll praise him as well. So it is what it is. But yeah, thanks, RCB fan. Again, I don't follow him, but he's a Pakistani YouTuber. So if he's criticizing Babar and he has a reason, then fair enough. But I wouldn't criticize Babar in the PSL, especially because his team was horrendous. His team wasn't performing at all. 87 says, I like how Imam defended the pitch by saying they took all 8. Oh, outside edge by Usman Khwaja, but bounced into, well, not into the slip's hands because it went into their hands and then it dropped down. So, you know, it's not a drop. It's not technically a drop. But Hassan Ali is getting, he's already tried bowling a cutter with a new ball. I have no words. Ignoring the fact you need 20 wickets to win. No one tell him that. No one tell him that. Craig says, already liked his right. Thank you, Craig. That's very kind of you to do. Really appreciate that. Yeah, that's a good delivery from Hassan Ali. So basically, that's a good leg delivery just outside off. And it pitched and seamed in just a little bit into Usman Khwaja, who left it. And 2 overs gone. Pakistan 4, Australia 4-0. Thank you, Craig. Really, really do appreciate that. Bazan Khan says, don't worry about it. Let's live with Hassan Ali opening. He is still the 3rd highest wicket taker last year. That's true. Hopefully he will eventually get wickets. Yeah, that would be good. That would be great to see. जो भी इस channel को like और subscribe नहीं किया तो घबराना नहीं है. कर दो like और subscribe whoever ain't liked, and sub to channel, like and sub. Oh, thanks, man. Really appreciate it. Hopefully Australia gets more than 4 wickets this game. I think they will. The addition of an extra spinner and knowing the type of pitch this is going to be, which is not ideally going to be a proper road all 5 days, I think they will take more than 4 wickets. Guaranteed. Australia players are missing 5 to 6 matches in the IPL. Okay, fair enough. I know Maxwell is because of his wedding. But yeah, nice. Abdullah says Fazan botched hair. Azjad botched his hair. I botched my TV. It's contagious. All right, I'll tell you one thing. I'm glad Fazan botched his hair. And I know I botched my hair because I went to a new barber, because the barber I used to go to, they shut down. That bouncer did not bounce at all. He hit it into the surface, and the ball was like here to David Warner. Not even to a small question, but David Warner bounced up to here. Yeah, it wasn't really a bouncer, was it? This pitch doesn't seem like a pitch you want to use the bouncer for that often. Your TV will be fine. I really hope so. And I know they botched it. I'm trying to fix it. It's just not working. It's just not doing what I wanted to do. It is contagious, though. It all started with Fazan. RCB fan says, oh boy, RCB captain is Siraj. What? RCB captain. Siraj? Virat Kohli's cryptic video turns fans into detectives. Okay. So I don't think there's an official announcement date. Who is the new captain for RCB? They just haven't announced it yet. It's going to be Faf du Plessis. It's going to have to be Faf du Plessis. There's no way it's going to be Siraj. It has to be Faf du Plessis. It doesn't make sense not to be, right? Shaheen Afridi, it's full. It's on the pads, but well played by David Warner to mid on, and it's another dot ball. I just want to add, I said the ball might swing for 5 to 6 overs. It's the third over, and the swing has depreciated considerably. RCB fan says, what's your view on Ramiz Raja? Is angry on the pitch, but they can also question to ICC why they're not improving pitches. Right. So I think Ramiz Raja said it, and I'm glad I thought of the idea as well, because I'm a defensive Pakistani mindset sometimes. They made that particular pitch that way because they realized two of their best bowlers that they could have had in their side, or two of their more experienced and better players, were unavailable. So why not make a pitch where Pakistan doesn't have to utilize their pace bowlers? They can potentially use spin and just bat and bat and bat, and then Pakistan doesn't lose a test to Australia in the first test, back for these guys after 24 years. Pitches are going to improve. That's one of his biggest things. I've had one conversation with Ramiz Raja, and that was the biggest point he raised. I asked him, and he's like, that's what I want to do. And thankfully, that's what he's aiming to do. I don't know when this will happen, but that's what he's aiming to do. Adil says, Biggie is injured. What? On SmackDown, Ridge Holland botch. Pete Dunne debut on SmackDown. New name is Butch with Sheamus. Okay, the faction thing, I'm not even going to touch with a 6-foot pole, but like, Biggie's injured. I'm so sad. So upset. RCB fan says, yesterday Sports Duck said that Siraj is captain. All right, okay. Sports Duck is usually pretty good with these things. But if Siraj is captain, I'm shocked. I would have gone to Plessis, but maybe they want an Indian guy, and maybe they want someone who has the aggressive mindset that we've seen Siraj have. So not a bad shout. I don't know much about his captaincy, though. Sarude. Oh, hi, Sarude. Thank you, everyone who's joined us, by the way. Please like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. Do share the video. And last but not least, in about half an hour or so, I'm gonna disappear, and Urdu Commentary is hopefully going to appear on the channel. So don't worry. You can still chat in the chat, okay? But thank you so much for joining. It will be a flat pitch, flat track for the first couple of days. It'll start to scuff up quite quickly. Cracks will open up, but it will be a typical, not subcontinent pitch, but typical Pakistani pitch that isn't Pindi. So the first day, you're going to get a bit of swing that we already got, but mostly it's going to be a run fest for days 1, maybe even 2, and then it's going to become harder for the batsmen over the course of the last 3 days. That's how it's going to be, at least. RCB fan, क्या विक्रांत गुप्ता ने सिराज के बारे में कहा क्या? RCB and BCCI both, PCB and PCCI are both board are talking on Pakistan. Nice. If that's true, right? I'm so happy. Ganesh says broken neck. Yeah, man. Oh man. If that's the case, I'll really sorry about that. Oh man. Anyways, Hassan Ali is bowling dot balls. Something I'm really excited to see. Hassan Ali has that previous delivery was a bit wide outside off, but it's a test match. You can experiment with your line just a little bit for sure in the beginning. Hassan Ali running into Usman Khwaja. It's again about a yard outside off, but well left from Usman Khwaja. The fielders need to take the catches because they need to scuff up one side, and they need to let the other and shine the other side of the ball, like keep shining it over and over again, because reverse swing is going to be very important for Pakistan in this match. I'm seeing the footholds already. That's optimistic. Footholds. I saw footholds. I saw scuffed up signs at the beginning of the match. But the thing is, it's still going to be, first couple of days is going to be batting friendly. Ooh, well played by Usman Khwaja on his pads, and he flicks it backward of square leg, backward of square on the leg side for another 2. Usman Khwaja moves on to 4. Australia is 6 for 0. 3.4 overs gone so far. RCB fan says Bhai Smriti Mandana ne and Harmanpreet ne saw Mara Hamara Kohli ka Virat Kohli, right? He's in a rough patch. He'll get back. We've got this India Sri Lanka test series as well. The second test is starting. It's a day-night test, so it's starting in about 2-3 hours. So hopefully Virat Kohli can do some great things. But yeah, thanks everyone who joined us. Really appreciate it. Like I said, please like and subscribe if you like the content. Hassan Ali to Usman Khwaja on his pads. He flicks it actually in front, just backward of square, and that's gone to the boundary. That's the first 4. That is the first 4 of this match. And Usman Khwaja moves on to 8 of 11. Hassan Ali, as always, as expected, he's pitching the ball outside leg. He's going to swing in the wrong direction anyway. And Usman Khwaja just guides it, just backward of square. And that's gone for 4. First 4 of the day, first 4 of this match, first boundary. Hassan Ali, last ball of the 4th over. This one is just outside off and well left by Usman Khwaja. Usman Khwaja knows exactly what to do in these situations. Very experienced batsman. Same with David Warner. But yeah, 10 for 0 after 4 overs. 87 says the last pitch was rated below average. It was the same match referee that rated the MCG as poor in 2017. 24 wickets gets poor rating, yet 14 wickets gets below average rating. Ooh, right. Maybe it's the expectation, because in Pakistan, maybe it's expected to score that many runs. Again, please tell me, 87, how many runs were scored in that match? Give me a like, what's the average and how many runs were scored? Like, I would love to know. I would love to know. Thank you, everyone who's joined us. By the way, please like and subscribe if you do like the content. I've been mentioning this for the last few minutes as well. I'm only here for about half an hour, and then Urdu commentary will begin on the channel. But thank you so much for joining so far. Saturday says, if this match ends in a draw, I'm going to lose my mind. Already pissed about England versus West Indies. I don't think England West Indies. Well, actually, you know what? Yeah, there's they played really slow. And even today, Joe Root's gonna get 100 tomorrow morning, okay? But what's his name? Zach Crawley. Zach Crawley is literally doing what he needs to stay in the side. Scoring a big daddy 100 is exactly what he needed to do at the top of the order. I feel bad for Alex Lees, though. First game, not the best game for him, but we'll have to see how he goes in the next match. But yeah, that match is not going to have a result either. Though says the bounce is worrying me. Maybe the pitch will be too spin friendly. Yeah, eventually it will be. I think again, probably 8 times out of 10, I agree with you. The 2 apprehensions that I have is the fact that we haven't seen the ball. Oh, that's a beautiful delivery from Shaheen Afridi, just back of a length, and David Warner beating all ends up, but it's too high. It's too high. I think it hit him on the thigh pad anyway. But yeah, that was a very good delivery from Shaheen Afridi. It eventually will become too spin friendly, though. I do agree with that, which is why the decision to play. Oh, it's an inside edge. That's why the decision to play Mitchell Swepson was the right one. RCB fan says MCC new rules in cricket, but one rule I missing, that why they not removed umpire's call. They're not going to remove umpire's call because then the umpire. So there's because the technology still apparently isn't 100%. Therefore, 99 point. It's not 99% either apparently. So for that reason, they need to keep it as. Also, they need to keep the umpire's thought process in mind as well. So that's the reason why they've kept it in. They're not going to change that anytime soon. They might change it if robots and AI can determine 99.9 or 99% of the time the ball's going to hit or not. Then they probably will eventually, but I don't see that happening anytime soon though. RCB fan says, Crick Fan Corner को जानते हो आप live भी आते थे अब क्यों वो live नहीं आता? I have no idea, man. I think they're just busy because they're students, right? So they're busy studying. Adil says Bearsov saved England in the first innings with the 100. Yeah, that's very true. Very true. 87 says 1,081 runs in total in that match. Wow. And is that what's expected on the MCG track as well? Oh, going down leg, 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 man. Unless there's an inside edge, that's going down leg. Don't go for the DRS. They're not going for DRS. Yeah, so I think that's probably the only reason why I could think. I'm just stirring anyway. That MCG pitch was terrible. All right. No, I'm happy to have the conversation because I don't remember that pitch. But if it was that bad and it was given the poor rating, I personally liked the pitch in Pendi because Pakistan did not lose more than 4 wickets. But that's just me being very, 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 very biased. But thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thanks. Shaheen Afridi to David Warner. That's full, just outside off, and he just drives it through the covers. And Numan Ali running after it. Nope, that's Azhar Ali. And he throws it back, and that's 3 runs. So Khwaja might finally get a chance to face Shaheen Afridi. 13 for 0, 4.4 overs gone so far. Someone should be working on making robotic umpires. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Probably Japan has probably got those. Japan has almost always got like some sort of tech, right? But yeah, thanks, Fazan. I really appreciate that comment. But I do agree with you. Someone is definitely working on it. What's on view on Shaheen Afridi, captain bowling? Also, yeah, good captain. Don't think he will be captaining Pakistan for the next 5 to 10 years, but decent captain in Lahore Qalandars. He had a good support unit too, so very happy about that. What's your favorite innings of Babar Azam's? Test innings? I know he scored that one. Test innings, genuinely can't remember Babar Azam's best test innings, but his best innings, in my opinion, was the 100 he scored against South Africa. He scored 100 of 50 or something. That was pretty cool. That was a pretty cool knock. Like, you don't expect that from Babar Azam, scoring 100 of 50 deliveries. So, yeah, that 100 for me is probably Babar Azam's. My favorite innings for Babar Azam, personally. Hassan Ali on screen. Last ball of the 5th over. Yeah, so Babar Azam, 100 in T20s. Last ball of the over, well defended by Osman Khwaja to backward point. 13 for 0, 5 overs gone. Abdullah says, if a modern test scoring average per day should be hovering around the 300 runs, how many runs during a 5-day with a result match should be? That is such a good mathematical question. So the way I see it, and people can, please everyone, do give us your thoughts in the comments, like in the chat, not here, but for you will be here somewhere behind on the left-hand side, right? Just tell me what you think, because my thought is, if the average, yes, is 300 per day, which means over the course of a 5-day test match, it might, because it's going to start favoring one side or the other in terms of bowling, batting, it's going to be quite balanced as well. So I would say around 1,200 to 1,250. Personally, I think 1,200 to 1,250, if the average is 300, 1,200 to 1,250 for the match makes sense. And I'll explain why. You get 300 on day 1, then you get 250 because 300 or 250, 300, something like that. And then when the pitch starts to break up and spinners come into play, then it's a bit more difficult. So then I'm thinking more in innings wise, like innings, you have 300 or 350 in the first innings. You have 280, 300 in the second innings. Then you've got 212. Oh, beautiful delivery. David Warner is out. No, he isn't. He isn't. I think that's going down leg. Personally. But Hassan Ali around the wicket to David Warner. It was full. It was straight. Maybe just tailing down the leg side just a wee bit. But they're not going DRS. No worries. But yeah, that was a very good delivery from Hassan Ali. First up to David Warner after quite a lengthy time that he's bowled to him. So that was good to see. So yeah, I'm thinking like 1,200, 1,250. What do you guys think? Yeah, that was going down leg. But thanks, Abdullah. That's a really smart question that I would love to hear your thoughts on as well. Fazan Khan says, I'm worried about the Imran Khan no confidence vote. Don't want to get political, but I hope it doesn't impact the work Ramiz is doing. He needs at least 5 years in charge to make a real difference. I agree with the second statement. The first one, I don't know much about politics personally, but Imran Khan, I like him because he was Pakistan's captain when Pakistan won in the 92 World Cup, and he made a couple of hospitals in Pakistan, and he talks a lot of sense most of the time, in my opinion. But yeah, I'm not political at all, so I hope it doesn't happen. I hope he stays in power too. But Ramiz Raja staying in power is the big thing. That's the more important thing. From a cricket perspective, not the Pakistan perspective. Oi, oi, yaar. The slips need to come up, man. The slips need to come forward a little bit. So what happened was a beautiful delivery from Hassan Ali around the wicket. David Warner defends it, outside edge, goes to second slip, but bounces to second slip. But that was a really good delivery. I think the slips need to come up just a little bit. I know that still wouldn't have been caught, even if the slips came up as much as I think they should. But yeah, that was, the slips should be a little forward, like a step and a half or something like that is what I would expect. There are people in the crowd and in the shaded area, which is very Pakistani of them. This was full and wide outside off and dispatched through the covers by Mr. David frickin' Warner. Exactly what we expect from David Warner. Why would you bowl so wide and full to him? Come on, man. I think the length was okay, personally. The length was okay. It just didn't bounce that much, but it was just the line that was too wide. Too wide. RCB says, Aaj Babar ko captaincy mein ghabrana nahi. I think we've had this conversation, RCB fan. We had this conversation. That was your first message today. Hassan Ali bouncer to David Warner. That was a good bouncer. Hit him on the head as well. On the helmet. Good bouncer. Very good bouncer by Hassan Ali. Tame કેમ છો મજામાં? સારું છે? મજામાં. Gujarati આવડે છે? No, I don't speak Gujarati, but I know like a few phrases, obviously, because Gujarati is like, yeah, I know a few phrases. Abdullah says, I believe I shouldn't criticize the pitch cause of how many runs were scored on it during 5 days. Just the average of wickets / partnerships should be the scale. Interesting. So 14 wickets. So what would be your barometer, Abdullah, if you had to decide what would be your barometer for what is good? What is good? Because I think, and again, no ball by Hassan Ali. Did I not think of this? Yes, I did, because Hassan Ali loves himself some no balls. And again, like I said, his economy is already 4. So I told you that was going to happen. I think around 80. If like saying average is so difficult, so I'd say for the first 6 wickets, I think for the first 5 wickets, on average, I would say 60 runs a partnership. 60 for 1 is like decent enough, maybe 80 for 1. But if it's like 150 for 1, that isn't great. If you know what I mean. I think in the Pakistan Australia, the first game, I think it was around 90 for 1, right? 90? Yeah, 90 odd for 1. So again, I think it was a great pitch because I'm a Pakistani. But if I was an Australian, I would be absolutely horrified with a pitch like that. So that's not a bad scale. What do you measure that scale with? Because the match referee has to decide on the basis of a lot of other things, I guess. It's not just, it's also the fact that, what does this pitch usually do? Or did it break up? Or was it just the same all throughout? If it deteriorates, that is what a pitch is supposed to do. But if it doesn't, that's not good for that particular pitch. So I think that's maybe the reason why as well. Because it just did absolutely nothing. It stayed the same for 5 days. It probably got better for batting after day 1. Because the ball was spinning loads by Nathan Lyon on day 1. But since then, it wasn't doing crazy things. Shaheen Afridi to continue. Osman Khwaja on strike. Thank you, everyone who's joined us. Please like and subscribe if you do like the content. I mentioned this before. Oh, wait, let me put this back. Yeah, there we go. So, yeah, the watch along will end in about 15-20 minutes. And then I should be shifting to the live Urdu commentary shortly after that. But just thought I'd let you guys know about that with enough time. Shaheen Afridi to Usman Khwaja. A bit shorter, but again, I agree with Abdullah in the sense that the pitch is not bouncing as much as you expect. And the pitch is still staying a bit low, and it will become a lot more friendlier for spin sooner than we expect. I think day 3 is average, maybe even tomorrow, latter stages tomorrow, it's going to start doing bits. But yeah, day 3 is probably when it's going to become a lot better for the bowlers, sure. Abdullah says, no team can force a result without taking wickets. The Aussie pitch had more wickets, yet got a poor rating. That's true. That's true. I get that. Beautiful shot by Usman Khwaja. Straight face through mid-off to Shaheen Afridi. And that's another boundary to Usman Khwaja. And he moves on into the double figures, 12 of many deliveries. I think 12 of 17, 18 deliveries or something. But yeah, good shot. Very good shot by Usman Khwaja. And no, I appreciate you telling me that. Thing is, I feel like I'm maybe blabbering a little bit. Sleep deprivation as always. But these matches, I have to give up sleep, man. I have to. Shaheen Afridi to Usman Khwaja on his pads, and he flicks it down to find leg for a single. 23 for 0. Ooh. Mohammad Stan says Pakistanis are bowling well, but Aussies are just too good. Yep, they're surviving quite easily. Quite easily. Adil says, what total do you think Pakistan would want to bowl Australia out for a chase? What's a good total for Pakistan to chase down on this pitch? For the match, like I said, 200. Anything above 200 to chase in the 4th innings, Pakistan's going to struggle. Pakistan's going to struggle like crazy, especially if Lyon and Swepson can do Lionistic and Swepsonistic things, right? Swepsonic things and Lionistic things. I think I'm going to stick with that. Oh, okay. That was absolutely nothing. So basically a full delivery by Shaheen Afridi. And David Warner tried to play it through mid-off, but he didn't connect properly, so it went past mid-on for for actually 2 runs, not a single, for a couple of runs. Maybe, yeah, David Warner was drawn into that shot. It was a lot slower than he expected. He was through the shot a lot earlier, and it went over Usman Khwaja's head for a couple of runs. Hi, said, according to you, which country more often produces worse conditions for batting? For batting, England. For batting, England is terrible for batting. Whew. Ganesh says, Johnny Knoxville leaked Sami Zayn's mobile number. Like his real mobile number? If so, please send me Sami Zayn's mobile number. I would like to message Sami Zayn and ask him, hey man, what's up? Siraj, friend Kolb. Hi. Hi, Siraj. Thank you so much for joining. Zakha says, you called it Hassan going at 4 and over. I feel bad for him. Because he just that's just what he does. His second spell is where he comes into his own. But yeah, Fahim Ashraf should get the ball. If not, the next over, I think by the time we reach over number 10, Fahim Ashraf should be bowling, I feel. Adil says, thanks though, Fazan. No rains on SD. Brock started off SD, wanted rains, blood. Basically wanted to make him bleed. Then Heyman came and said, rains not here. Brock got angry, chased Heyman backstage, and Heyman got away in a car. Cool. Thanks, Adil. See, that's why I don't need to watch WWE. You just keep telling me. Siraj says, thank you, RCB, for giving captaincy to Siraj. Fair enough. That'll be nice. If it is the truth. I know I've heard it a couple of times. I think RCB fan was talking about it earlier. Adil says, Reigns and Brock face to face next week on SmackDown. That'll be fun. That will be fun. Worst conditions for batting West Indies? Muhammad Hasnan. West Indies? No. I think England's the worst place to bat. It's definitely the worst place to bat. I'm not talking about Sabina Park in the, 70s or 80s, whatever it was, when it was a deadly, deadly pitch. My dad tells me stories about that pitch. Okay? But worst conditions, West Indies. Interesting. Abdullah says TV working. Dab. I've never dabbed in my life, so is it this? That's a dab, right? Okay, cool. I'm glad, Abdullah. Glad you can watch the TV finally. It's 26-0. Hassan Ali making moves towards his economy rate, changing things up today. Right. So, one thing I've noticed with Hassan Ali, right? One thing I've noticed with Hassan Ali is the fact that he's been playing cricket consistently for like a year and a half now, for a year and a quarter for Pakistan. This time it's short, it's wide to David Warner. He plays that through point. Well fielded though. That's 3 runs. 3 runs to David Warner, who's also moved on to 14. So Australia, Imam Ul-Haq well fielded there. David Warner 14 of 26, and Osman Khwaja 14 of 20. But Australia 29 for 0 in the middle of the 7th over. They're going up 3.87 as a run rate in a test match, which is what a lot of teams do now at the beginning. But good going. Australia is doing great. Enjoying this. And I'm supporting Pakistan. Fazan Khan says, I think Hassan will take the first wicket. I think they will try to attack him and play a loose shot. Yeah, that's not a bad shot. That's usually how he picks up his first wicket as well. This time, down leg side, and Usman Khwaja just touches his bat and has gone for 4. Past the keeper. Fine leg. Hassan Ali, man. Now he's going at an economy of 5. See, this is why I don't understand. Don't give him the new ball. Give him a slightly older ball. That's what you got to do, mate. That's what you got to do. Sarat says, what is your favorite captain of Pakistan cricket? I mean, who? My favorite captain of Pakistan cricket was Imran Khan, but that was technically before I was born. So I would say in Test cricket, Misbah ul Haq, sensational for Pakistan. Again on the pads and again flaked through. Oh, just in front of square on the leg side. And that's another 4 to Usman Khwaja. Freaking Usman Khwaja is batting at 100 strike rate in a test match. Hassan Ali, what you're doing? Take him off. Take him off, Babar. Please, I beg you. 25 runs off him in 4 overs. 25 runs. Do you know how much that is? That's 25. That's a quarter of a century. He's got his quarter century, right? He has more runs than both the batsmen for Australia right now. That's how many runs have been hit off Hassan Ali. Again, down leg side. Oh, pai ki kar raha? What are you doing? What are you doing? Don't get it. 37 for 0 after 8 overs. Oh my goodness. Losing my voice here. I'm giving up on this game already. Call me a chicken or whatever. I'm not calling a chicken, dude. I would give up if I wasn't streaming. I would give up. Do you know, I would only watch this match if Pakistan, I would watch highlights at the end of the day. That's how much of a skeptic I am of Pakistan cricket. Okay, because I have been burnt too much when I'm so happy about Pakistan cricket. So I'm always apprehensive, like perpetually apprehensive about Pakistan cricket. Be whatever format it is. But yeah, I get you. I feel you. Adil says, I think Shaheen gets Warner edge behind. Fair enough. Chicken or whatever. Oh, man. Abdullah sense of humor. Awesome. Sarat says, why Indian cricket are not changing BCCI name? Because Australia, All Cricket Board name, ACB. Now, Cricket Australia. India just wants to keep it BCCI. It's up to them. It's up to them, right? Slightly shorter and wider. But Warner is unable to play it away from the fielder, goes straight to point for another dot ball. Shaheen Afridi's first over was amazing. Shaheen Afridi's first over was really, really good. Really good. But again, like I said, by the time the 6th over came around, the ball stopped swinging, right? Siraj says, very bad over, Hassan Ali. Acha hua samne Matthew Wade nahi hai. 87 says, I've been doing some maths. The average first inning strike rate in the last 10 years is 51.9. 51.9. 51.9 as an average strike rate. Okay. Trying to figure it out in run rate terms. That's a 3, right? That's just above a 3 if we go run rate wise, right? No, that's just above a 2. I'm just doing horrible maths, guys. So sorry. Yeah, that's just above 3. That's just above 3. Yeah, 51.9. So in 90 overs, the score would be 280. I'm glad, just above 3, yeah. The total score for the match with 40 wickets taken would be 1185. Cool. I like that. I like that. And do you know what? Mathematically 87, I'm impressed. I think this is something that people need to screenshot. So everyone, please screenshot this term, this mathematical logic that 87 has presented us, because this is absolute brilliance. Absolutely brilliant. Oh, this was full. It did swing just a little into David Warner, and a beautiful cover drive hit for 4. And even Shaheen is going for runs because why? Because this pitch is good to bat on, and Pakistani bowlers screwed the pooch with Hassan Ali opening the bowling with Shaheen Afridi. But it's fine. They'll come back strong. Fingers crossed. But yes, 87, thank you so much for doing this. For everyone watching, please like, share, subscribe. All that good stuff really helps the channel, pushes it to more people. We have even more interesting discussions. And like I said, this is probably, if not this over, then the next over after this is going to be my last over before I switch over to the live Urdu commentary, which I will be playing for you guys over the course of at least the first session, maybe even the gap in the second, maybe even lunch and then second session, all that stuff. So yes, please do stay along if you do understand Urdu. If you don't, unfortunately, you can still stay. I just don't know if you'll understand it, unfortunately. But thank you, 87. This is amazing. Ganesh says bowling lineup for India today. God knows. Bumrah, Siraj, Aksar. If Ashwin is injured, then probably Jayant Yadav does play. Otherwise, no, Jayant Yadav doesn't. I think Umesh plays. I think Umesh, Siraj, and Bumrah. Unless Shami is available, then Shami plays instead of Umesh. This is me contemplate. Like, I got no clue who they decided to go with. But those are my thoughts. Please pay for Saurav Ganguly. He was again. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope he recovers, man. Don't worry, Asjad. The good times for Pakistan cricket are coming back slowly. I'm a bit older. I've lived through them. Growing up in the UAE, I saw Pakistan destroy teams live alive plenty in the 90s and 2000s. I'm glad, Fazan Khan. You can give me some hope because it hurts. I know you've probably seen it a lot more than I have, but I'm glad. I really hope they come back strong. Jihan says, what has happened to Warner's footwork? It's probably just stuck in 2019. His footwork has definitely changed. He's a lot more stiffer. He's a lot stiffer than he used to be when he was in prime touch. And when he gets into it, then he becomes a lot easy. Then he's a lot easier to look at, and he feels more at ease. But yeah, so far he's not looked like the David Warner we know. A7 says that is an average, so some grounds score big, some score low. Oh, that's true. No, I get that. But that's good maths. I like it. Fazan Khan says 10-year exile hurt a lot, but in Ramiz we trust. TikTok. I should have said that. I thought it, but I didn't say it. You are smart, Hussein Abdullah. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, that's pretty funny. Right, guys. So just to tell you, so this is my last over that I'm going to stream. Then I'm going to switch over to the Urdu commentary, and then I will disappear. Right? It will just be played in the background, and you guys can enjoy a conversation, the chat on the left-hand side or right-hand side of your screen or at the bottom of your screen, because if you're watching on the mobile. But yes, please enjoy. Please hang about. Listen to the Urdu commentary. And that's what's going to happen at the end of over number 10. Fahim Ashraf has come on to ball, by the way. Let's see how he goes with Zibol. Adil says Charlotte and Ronda bought 90s wrestling back. That backstage attack at the end. Charlotte getting on top of Ronda. that to top of a car backstage attack. Oh, fair enough. Thanks, Adil. Really appreciate that. Fahim Ashraf to Usman Khwaja. Usman Khwaja, that bounced a bit more than he expected. Outside edge and then bounced once to Gully. That was a good delivery. A lot of people, again, I don't know what the commentary team is talking about, but they're probably talking about Naseem Shah. Probably talking about Naseem Shah playing instead of Fahim Ashraf or something like that. I think Fahim Ashraf is a good choice. And I've noticed the fact that his batting has improved has made me change a lot of my calls on him. But that was a really good delivery. Squared Usman Khwaja up, who has looked very on point so far. 3 balls remaining of Fahim Ashraf's over. Fahim running into Usman Khwaja. And once again, it's shorter. It's not just back of a length. It's a bit more than back of a length. But it's not bouncing that much. Khwaja is once again squared up. But this time it doesn't take an edge. He plays it down onto the ground. This is amazing, man. I'm so happy. Like, genuinely from the bottom of my heart. Like, so happy cricket is being played in Pakistan. International cricket with big teams. And look at the 2 flags. Pakistan and Australia. That's a brilliant angle. I wish I could take a screenshot or a screen grab of that and put that as my background. That's so cool. But a bit too much on the short side, Fahim Ashraf, and he gets pulled for 4. See, this is the difference between a smart bowler and not a smart bowler. If this was Pat Cummins, he would have realized, now I need to go full. But Fahim's like, oh, 2 ice, it worked, but let's try a 3rd time. I'm not belittling him. I'm just saying that's what I've noticed with him as well, with Hassan Ali, with Pakistan usually, but not Shaheen as much. But Fahim Ashraf coming on the ball, probably the right call. Hassan Ali just needs a bit of a break before reusing him from a Pakistan perspective. 87 says, have a good day, Asjad. Hope you stream on other days for a short while. Thank you, 87. Yes, that's the plan. Hopefully, if all goes well, that is my plan. I thank you, everyone who's joined us, by the way. Please like and subscribe if you do like the content. Really do appreciate it. Please like and subscribe. This is my last over, like I said, and the Urdu commentary will begin shortly. It's 45 for 0 at the end of 10 overs. Australia's run rate is 4.5. That is crazy. I will be streaming tomorrow. I do have a really important thing tomorrow. I'm dancing at one of my best friend's weddings, and I need to prepare. So I'll probably stream the first session, and that's about it. Yeah, thank you, everyone, for joining. Please like, share, and subscribe if you do like the content. I'm going to go through the final couple of comments, and then I'll move on to the Urdu commentary. Sarah Day says, which 2 teams are likely to be? Probably the 2 teams that are playing today. Don't hurt me. Abdullah says, that's an ODI strike rate. Impressive. Have a good day, buddy. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, man. Azad, you bringing full day reviews like you were saying in the preview videos. Ooh, maybe in the previous videos, maybe. Sajid Khan from the other end. Interesting. Right. I want to share my screen of the Urdu commentary that will begin shortly. Thank you, everyone, for joining. Please like, share, and subscribe, and enjoy the rest of the match. As you can see, this beautiful thing, right? This beautiful thing. And you're going to hear not my voice shortly. You're going to hear someone else's voice in Urdu, continuing on. And I'll catch you guys later. Thank you so much for joining. Really appreciate it. मेरी जाना तुझको देखता रहूं सूफियाना इश्क बेपना करूं दिल धड़कता ही नहीं घर तू ना हो कहीं बस तू ही जिंदगी पर ये रुकता ही नहीं घर तू ना हो कहीं बस तू ही जिंदगी. Hold on. That's not what's supposed to happen. Sorry, guys. I just came back for 2 seconds. It's supposed to be playing the live commentary. It's not supposed to be a song. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, my goodness. Sajid Khan to David Warner. I do have to go, but I can't leave you guys stranded in the middle of an over. What is this? It's supposed to be actual commentary, not music. There we go. Right. See you guys soon. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining.
गेंद जो कि ऑफ स्पिन हुई बैकफुट पे जाकर इसको स्ट्रेट बैट के साथ ड्राइव किया है कवर से जाना, फीलर गए अपने दाएं तरफ इसको हासिल करने के लिए। ये तो साजिद को इंट्रोड्यूस किया जाना यकीनन पाकिस्तान की तरफ से। एक तरफ तो इस बात की तस्लीम करना है कि उनके फास्ट बॉलर्स इन रोड्स क्रिएट नहीं कर सके, लेकिन दूसरी तरफ ये अपॉर्चुनिटी दे सकता है क्योंकि अब तक इब्तिदा में अच्छी गेंद करते नजर आ रहे हैं। बाउंस भी अच्छा निकाल रहे हैं, बैकफुट पे गए इस गेंद को खेलने के लिए कवर्स की जानिब के लिए। अब्दुल्ला शफीक वहां पर मौजूद थे, कोई रन नहीं।
अच्छी तेज गेंद की थी इस मरतबा, इस गेंद में पेस काफी था और लेग स्टंप लाइन को उन्होंने टारगेट किया था। बैकफुट पर बहुत जल्दी जाना पड़ा था डेविड वार्नर को, कोई रन हासिल नहीं हुआ।
राउंड द विकेट एक स्लिप और एक फॉरवर्ड शॉट के साथ फिर गए बैकफुट पे। ऑलरेडी ये फास्ट बॉलर्स को भी क्रीज में डीप खेल रहे थे और एक बिल्कुल वो बैकफुट पे जाकर इसको ऑलमोस्ट ऑन द टॉप ऑफ द स्टंप से बैकलिफ्ट लाकर इसको इन्होंने स्ट्रेट बैट के साथ खेला है। रन बनाने का मौका नहीं, लेकिन ये साइन जरूर है ये कि गेंद आगे आने वाले दिनों में कितना टर्न हासिल करेगी इस पिच पर। साजिद एक मरतबा फिर कदमों का इस्तेमाल किया है और गेंद को खेल
डेविड वार्नर को, और ये चीज भी जहन में जरूर होगी बाबर आजम के, इसी वजह से उनको लेकर आए हैं क्योंकि लेफ्ट हैंड बैट्समैन मौजूद है और साजिद जो है वो राइट आर्म ऑफ स्पिनर है और कामयाबी भी हासिल की है उन्होंने अगेंस्ट वार्नर के। ये भी एक वजह है। दूसरी वजह ये कि वार्नर जो है वो नहीं चाहते हैं कि उन पर वो डोमिनेट करें, इसी वजह से इस गेंद के ऊपर अग्रेशन शो किया और 6 रन लगाने में कामयाब हुए।
ओवर की आखिरी गेंद करने के लिए बैकफुट पे गए, ड्राइव किया है कवर्स की जाने, फील्डर वहां पर मौजूद, नो रन, मगर साजिद का पहला ओवर 6 रन दे गया। ऑस्ट्रेलिया ऑलरेडी 51 फॉर नो लॉस आफ्टर 11 इन कराची।
ऑल पर स्क्रीम जो सज जाए, हर पल निखर निखर जाए, गुडनेस गुडनेस मिल्क की गुडनेस से बनी ऑल पर स्क्रीम से गुडनेस बढ़ जाए।
Australia's Tour of Pakistan 2022.
Oh, beautiful.
Live and exclusive on FM 106.2.
Oh, this is a good strike, I think. Is it? Yes!
Presented by
ये इस्लामिक बैंकिंग का नया अंदाज है, नए दौर का आगाज है। बैंक अल-फलाह इस्लामी, द वे फॉरवर्ड।
Supported by
Al Baraka Bank, Pakistan, your partner bank.
and
मिल्क की गुडनेस से बनी ऑल पर स्क्रीम से गुडनेस बढ़ जाए।
FM 106.2, official radio partner for Australia's Tour of Pakistan 2022.
कोई प्यार का रहे हर घड़ी तुझसे है मेरी हर खुशी आऊंगा मैं वही वही जहाँ तू चली चाहे कोई रास्ता हो या हो कोई गली किसी पर्दे में भी चाहे तू हो छुपी मेरे लिए तू ही जिंदगी नहीं जानू तू है मेरे लिए ही बनी मेरी जिंदगी में है तेरी ही कमी आगा कोई प्यार का रहे हर घड़ी तुझसे है मेरी हर खुशी
Hello, everyone. So basically, the flight that I was going to pick my mom up on, it has been delayed. So I'm here for another, probably the end of the first session or around there, at least. I think around there makes sense. I'm not sure why I can still hear music. I don't want to hear music. I've switched off. Yeah, I don't know why that's not, we haven't got the commentary, but there we have it, folks. Let's put the screen back on. Let's talk all things cricket until the top of the hour, because it seems like we've got a game on our hands. And as I speak, this is going to go away and my face is back, guys. My face is back. I'm going to do some commentary until the end of the session. I know I wasn't planning to. I know this was not supposed to be what was supposed to happen, but things change, plans change, because the flight has been delayed. Flight's been delayed. Who would think it? I did not. And that is a 4 through mid-wicket, and that's another boundary. See, Australia is looking really, really good right now. They're looking really good. I'm not sure why. Hold on. Let me just check something. Yeah, finally. Okay, that's cool. There we have it. Okay, so it looks like you got to shut stream down. So still going. Bye. Take care. See you next time. Thanks, Adil, though. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining for the hour that you did join. Really appreciate it. I'm going to have to keep streaming. I got to keep streaming. Keep going. West Indies women's 100. Oh, they might actually be able to beat India, man. That's going to be an interesting encounter. Thanks for the update. Really appreciate that. So yeah, man. 63 for 0 Australia. They're looking pretty solid so far. They're looking pretty damn solid. 63 for 0 in the 14th over. Fahim Ashraf, again, he's also going at 4 and over. Australia is going at 4.55. Just imagine how much of a road this pitch is right now, okay? How much of a road. Whew. I want to check my mom's flight details because apparently it's been delayed. A lot longer delay than initially expected. Yeah, that one. Let's look at the details for that flight. Flight departure, flight arrival. Arrival at 9:15. All right. Okay. Arriving passenger. Picking someone up. Yep. Yes, I am. Okay, Asjad, still here, so I'm still going. I'm staying till you go. Oh, that's so kind. That's so nice of you, Adil. Really appreciate that, man. Well, that's very nice of you to do. And I don't know. I can't really gift you anything, but it helps. Thanks. Thanks so much. So far, we've got 63 for 0 at the end of the 14th over. Pakistan are pretty much getting battered so far. Australia's looked on top. Apart from the first 3 overs, first 3 overs, Australia has been on top since then. They definitely have. Khwaja's 34 of 44. David Warner is 28 to 41, right? With a 6. I think that 6 was to Sajid Khan, wasn't it? Yeah. I think Babar Azam is slightly panicking. Just a smidge. Babar Azam is /or maybe should be panicking is another way to put it. But yeah, he's slightly panicking the way some of the fields have been set as well. I think he's going too defensive too soon. But he's worried. He's worried that Australia will pile on the runs, which is exactly what I was talking about. If Australia wins the toss, which they did, they choose to bat, which they have done, they're going to score runs. They're going to score quite a lot of runs. And at this rate, they're going to go past 350, 400 even, the way they're playing. Just imagine their two so-called best players haven't even come to the crease yet. So, yeah, kind of scary times. Just a smidge. Kind of scary times for sure. But yeah, thank you so much for the support, Adil. Really appreciate that, man. Right, guys. So they're probably having drinks, which means the first session will end at 7 or, midday Pakistan time. So I'm probably going to be here until then, or try to be here until then. H. Matthews set batsman for West Indies women's 40 of 30. Wow, that's crazy. Not crazy, but like, that's great. I think what she's probably done is exactly what they needed for such a big chase. What's that? 318 to win. They needed to go hard early on, and now they need to go 5 and over for the rest of the match. So instead of thinking, oh, we have to go 6.5, they just got to go 5, around 5.5 and over. And that one run really makes a difference. Definitely makes a difference. Oh, yeah, Pakistan this match is going to be on here, which is fine. I was just checking if it was. Drinks break. Sajid Khan to continue. Could have actually used the actual commentary and could have had that on, but the quality would have been absolutely horrendous, and I don't want to do that. But yeah, I don't know why the Urdu commentary is just not working. I'm not going to use that again. I'm not going to use it. That was terrible. I was listening to it last time, and I was like, oh, could utilize that. Again, Sajid Khan, it's a bit short, it's a bit wide, and cut well by David Warner. If Sajid Khan's planning to do the same thing he did in the last game, which is keep bowling him just at a good length, then slightly fuller, and David Warner makes the mistake, dude, that's going to take some time. Like it did last time, right? 64 for 0 in the 15th over. So both of the batsmen, both of the Aussies, are going onto the back foot to play most of these fuller than good length deliveries. See, that tells you something. Maybe it's not going to take as long as it took in the previous game. Maybe it's going to be a lot quicker from Sajid Khan picking up a wicket. This time, Usman Khwaja makes a constant effort or tries to come forward. This is House Fazan from Quality Shot. I don't know if you know, but his football team he supports are in crisis. Chelsea. Is Chelsea in crisis? I didn't know that. No, I had no clue. Oh, Usman Khwaja comes down the track and plays it straight to mid-wicket for a dot. I'm so confused. I might have to put you in timeout. I'm so sorry. So sorry. But yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know. What's the crisis? What's the crisis of the deal? Tell me more. Well defended by Usman Khwaja. And yeah, guys, this is very, very intriguing for the most part, because as soon as I got some traction on the video, I had to go, and then I lost all my traction. This time it's on the pads once again, and Usman Khwaja plays it to mid-on for a single. 65 for 0, 15 overs gone, and a run rate of 4.33 in a test match. Australia. Crazy. Crazy. Khwaja's got a striker of 70. Warner's got a striker of almost 70. These guys are just piling the runs. Piling the runs. And that's the approach they need to take. That's exactly the approach that would work and demoralize the Pakistani side, because we've seen when Australia starts to bat, they can bat 600. And that's the plan. That's what they're going to do. That's what Pat Cummins said, and I'm glad they've followed that advice. And do you know what? They're finding it quite easy so far. I don't think they found it difficult at all. Excuse me, sorry. Fahim Ashraf around the wicket to Usman Khwaja. Usman Khwaja plays it off the back foot. It's a little fuller, but defends it to mid-on. Another dot ball. See, not many dot balls. KFC. Iconic bucket. Score a scholarship. I don't want a scholarship. I just want halal KFC, man. I am so hungry. I am so hungry. I'm actually not that hungry, but after seeing KFC, you just get hungry, don't you? You just want to eat some KFC. Oh, okay. So they control the runs. Like they realize, yeah, it's going to be a tough chase for West Indies. India's got a pretty good team. That's full, straight, played back to the bowler by Usman Khwaja. Shans says Pakistan win. Well, thank you, Shans. If you like the content, do like and subscribe. Really helps the channel. Sends us to more people, and you can have more entertaining discussions. Please do. Really appreciate it. Adil also says, yes, Abramovich, the owner, got sanctioned. All bank accounts have been frozen. Chelsea shop closed till further notice. When did this happen? Please tell me. I've subscribed. Thank you, Shans. Thank you very much. Thank you. Adil, tell me more, because I'm sure Fazan knows, but I'm just going to message him and be like, yo, what happened to Chelsea? What's happening? So yeah, do let me know more, Adil, because I would love to learn as much as I possibly can. I could have slept in the night. I could have genuinely slept in the evening rather than staying up all night. Do you know what? It is what it is. I'm okay with it. Fahim Ashraf to Usman Khwaja, a yard outside off, and Khwaja leaves it. Khwaja Saab leaves it. It's showing us a sort of clock tower or a train station. I don't know what it is. Karachi, the city of lights. I've heard that. On many occasions. What we need to do from a Pakistani perspective, right? Bring in Numan Ali and you bring in Hassan Ali from the other end. That's what Pakistan should do. Bring in Numan and then bring in Hassan and then see what happens. Fahim to Usman Khwaja. He defends it to point. Ooh. Cricket for Americans. Not sure how long you're staying on, but I can join you for a bit if you want. Of course. I shall send you the link, my friend. I shall send you the link. How do I get the link? Share. That's what you press. No, not share. Invite. Yeah. Sending it to you on Twitter, my friend. I am underway. No, thanks so much for pulling out, my friend. Appreciate it. Thanks, Shans. Really, really kind of you to say that. Awesome. I'm gonna get ready, get suited up, show Mr. Godfather here. Not Godfather technically, but use Instagram. Okay. Let me send it to you there. No worries. Send it to 65-0 after 16 overs. And I'm going to have to send this link on Instagram. Where is boring reviews? Boring land. Adil says talks of 3 Chelsea sponsors quitting to cancel deal because of Abramovich sanctions decision made because of ongoing. Oh wow, that is crazy. Adil. I've sent it on Instagram as well. Thanks, Nick. Thank you so much. You love cricket more than other games? Yes, cricket is my favorite sport in the world. That's the worst accent ever, but yeah, in the world, yeah, cricket is my favorite sport. Yeah, just showing the replay of how Sajid Khan got David Warner out in the previous game. And oh wait, hold on. I've got WhatsApp messages. I'm so sorry, Nick. I'm so sorry. Really apologize. Yeah, man, this is, if Sajid Khan can do something similar to what he's done there, right? Then, like I said, it took him quite a while to get David Warner into a position where David Warner was in that mind. Yeah, I'm going to try and cut the fuller delivery. Oh, but do you know what, Usman Khwaja? You absolute beast of a human being. That's going up, and over, long off for Billy. That's 6 runs. Woo! Oh, also, we have the man, the myth, the legendary Chris Vokes extraordinaire. We have Nick. Why are you so small? Hold on. What?
I love the Billy Bowden. It's fantastic. What's up, Oz John? What's up, Cricket for Us 2.0?
How's it going, man?
It's
it's
going well.
You're killing me. Well, you know, that's
me, Smalls.
I like that. I like that. Do you know what? Sorry, I genuinely turned my phone on about 20 minutes ago, so I just saw your message. Apologies.
It's all good. I just said not too long ago.
Okay, basically what happened was, right, I was supposed to not stream right now. I was supposed to go pick up my mom from the airport, but her flight's been delayed for like 3 hours. So I was like, I'll continue.
The waiting game. Yeah, I saw your post on YouTube, so I was like, all right, I'll try. We'll see. What's up, Sean's? I don't know who Nick is either. This guy's nuts. Don't listen to him.
Nick's awesome, right, Sean? So I'll tell you. So there's a beautiful channel which Nick has kindly worn a cap of. CFA, Cricket for Americans. Nick and Gabe, their chemistry is unmatched, apart from the chemistry between Nick and Jody, which you'll get if you follow Boring Reviews as well. Right? Boring Reviews, Cricket for Americans, and The Final Reaction. 3 YouTube channels you should definitely check out, Sean's, and do like and subscribe their content. Great friend of the channel in every sort of way, and really helped me out in my early, middle, and latter stages of my YouTube career. So yeah, thanks, Nick.
I appreciate that. I want to know, what did Sajid Khan do to Australia all of a sudden? 6s by both batsmen, 1 from behind and 1 straight. I mean, what in the world is going on? They're abusing this man.
They've realized that they're both off spinners, and they're both left-handers facing an off spinner, and they are pretty good players of the ball moving away from them. They can play easily through the covers, through mid-off, through points. So they're just trying out their luck, and it's working. And Pakistan are struggling. It's a test match, and they're batting at a run rate of 4.65. They won the
combined strike rate's like 78.
Yeah,
77.
Yep.
Is this still a flat track? Did they not fix the problem from the last match?
I'll tell you what. In the first 2 days, Karachi's always like this, but then the spinners come into play. But here, I don't know if you've noticed, but it's already started to get a bit scuffed up. It's still got a few cracks that are going to start opening up over the course of day 2 and day 3. That's when Mitchell Swepson and Nathan Lyon are going to do it for Australia, because I'm scared. I'm scared when those guys bowl on day 2 and day 3, because
I got Swepson.
Pakistani fielding. Well done, Shaheen Afridi. Well done on missing a straight drive. Like, that could have been a single. And how many runs was that? Not a single. That was more than a single.
Watch your mouth when you talk about Shaheen. How dare you?
Oh, man. Winning PSL captain. I'm sorry, but come on, man. I know you're a decent fielder. Just extend your left leg, and you would have stopped it. It's fine.
Ozjod, you forget. He's already done the job. He's done the more important job.
Won the PSL.
Hey, when you're the team, the only team, that's what's crazy about the PSL. 7 seasons, right? And all of them have won at least 1.
Yeah.
Besides your Islamabad, but that's okay. They've won 2. I mean, to be the last team to win 1, oh, thank goodness they got the Schneid. I didn't think it was going to be this year. I had given up 3 times already.
Yeah, so had I. Even though I don't support Lahore, I was like, yeah, they should win. Lightning Blade only wants 2 overs, and this already looking like the first test pitch.
Yeah.
It will until the end of tomorrow. I'm telling you. Until the day after tomorrow, it will get better. a lot better for like from a balance perspective. But yeah, it's going to be flat. It was meant to be flat right now, because that's just the way the Karachi pitch plays. But it deteriorates quite significantly when it starts to deteriorate. That's the big difference between
These bowlers need to do what I've been saying since I've watched cricket. You got to watch the run rate, baby. It's not looking good. Oh,
it's a test match, and they're batting at an ODI strike rate, ODI run rate of the 90s, right? And that's quite a lot for back in the day.
It's insane. Did Shaheen injure his fingers, or is that someone else? He's flexing his fingers there.
Oh snap! Do you know what? I'm gonna pause because I don't know where you're at. I'm at 82 for 0 in the 7th.
Yeah, they're getting their 82nd right now.
Okay, I'm gonna pause it.
17.3.
Okay, tell me when the
17.4.
Yeah, the next one. As soon as the next one's done, then I'll play.
After 17.5.
Yes, sir. Lightning Blade 49 says, I hope so for Pakistan's sake. Don't need ICC getting involved again. Yeah, man. Thing is, did you hear about this? The demerit points.
No.
Okay, so if you have a bad pitch, you are allowed up to 5 demerit points for a 5-year stint, right? So the Rawalpindi pitch got 1 demerit point, which basically means
I just saw the 5th ball.
Okay, play right. So basically, 1 demerit point doesn't do much, but what it does is that it puts you on the track of saying, "Oh, you have been known as a bad pitch." And if it keeps happening over and over again, they can give you more points because it was called below average and not poor, because poor will always automatically give you like 2 or 3 points. And then for 5 years, you can't have an international game play at that stadium if you have 5 demerit points.
Yes! Oh! He put that finger up. Oh man, Fahim says, "Eat this, sucker." Wicked.
Right. And I know what people will say. I promise you, every single person who supports Pakistan will say, "What a delivery! Fahim Ashraf back in the attack. Back of a length delivery. Warner drawn into it. It was a beautiful delivery." And every non-Pakistani supporter will say, "Oh, Warner was trying to be aggressive. He's batting at 75 strike rate. That's why he got out." No, he tried to defend that delivery, and it just seemed a way that was beautifully bowled. Like, do any words on this delivery? Because I'm just so happy. I'm so happy.
No, I mean, Pakistan was reeling right there. I mean, it was struggling. There was no sign of hope whatsoever. And that's what's so tough about Test cricket is you have got to, as a batter as well, you've got to be on your game at all times. Because at the end of the day, Warner, 36 for 48. It's a pretty good day at the yard, right? But you got to be on top of your game at all times because you can always be ahead. That's why I tell Gabe there's more pressure on the batter because the bowlers, they just got to get 10. It might take a day and a half, 2 days to get it, but they just got to get 10. You got to save those 10 for 1 or 2 days.
Yeah, agreed. Completely agree with you there. And I just want to say, stay on the stream longer, Nick. Stay on the stream longer.
Oh, absolutely. I'll be here for a little while. You see him coming in like this? Like, this guy's an animal, for crying out loud.
He's awesome. I don't know if you've heard about, he's tried to get involved with the community, not community, but like, the people who work in the hotel staff and like groundsmen. And he's being his chirpy self. I can't believe he's 27. He looks 17. I didn't know he was 27. I thought he was a lot younger.
I didn't know he was that old either. Not that that's old, but he's
already
got 27 in his career.
Yeah.
Only 24 matches.
Damn. Have you followed? Go on. Sorry.
I'm super excited because Major League Baseball, it was on this little short hiatus. They were having some collective bargaining agreement issues with the players and the owners, and they finally finalized that yesterday. It's done with, so we're going to have a season this year. It looked like there wasn't going to be one for a while, so super excited about that. And plus, even though this might not mean anything to your audience, they got the universal DH, which just means more offense for my Padres, and hopefully they can go out and get some serious bats. Because free agency, they haven't been able to have free agency because there have been no agreement. So it's going to be insane the next couple of weeks. I'm excited about it.
Are you going to do a baseball class on Cricket for Americans about, like a stream for baseball or anything?
We did one last year, the first game of the
Yeah.
season.
Yeah.
We happened to be off that day. I think it was a Saturday or whatever.
Mhm.
So you never know. We've done a few baseball explained videos. The audience doesn't seem ready for it just yet.
Okay.
The stream was fun. We might do another stream. Who knows? But it was fun to see Gabe squirming because his team lost. That was nice.
It's fine. How long does Numan Ali walk for before his Rizwan missed that? Rizwan, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, no, that went down
man,
like side. And Rizwan usually takes those. You've seen him; he's a very good keeper. But
he's amazing.
That one.
He's swatting those flies.
Indeed, he is.
Those are the best, man.
I did something really cool. So basically, I got GIFs and just converted them into MP4s and uploaded them in. So you could try that. Yeah. So it looks.
I know you've explained to me a few times. I still have not been able to figure out how you get your images to come up over us talking right now without having to remove us and still be able to hear the audio. My stream has frozen. I exited out of it, went back into it. It's just stuck on this little image. It sucks.
No worries. You are here because you got Fahim Ashraf a wicket and you got David Warner out. So dissector, right? So it's all good. It doesn't matter if you can't watch the game, Nick. I'll tell you what's happening. I'll tell you.
Please do.
Yeah.
Please do, because they've already banned me off of it. They don't like me watching it, I guess. I don't know.
Labuskachny is on strike. You've seen that video, right? Where he says the South African pronunciation and the Australian pronunciation of Labuschagne.
Yeah, that's crazy. Labuschagne.
Yeah. Oh man.
I have a dentist. His last name is Ignatowicz, and it's spelled like all different consonants, wherever that shouldn't be in there. And when I first met this guy, I know him from church. I saw his name like on the rolls or whatever, the roster there. We have these little attendance rosters. And I was like, oh, is it Ignatowicz? And he was shocked. He's like, it's like no one's ever got to guess that right the first time. Luckily for me, I knew someone in a previous ward in California that had a similar spelling, different name.
Mm-hmm.
But those extra consonants, man, those I think the family name comes from Sweden or something like that. Like that'll kill you every time, man.
All right. I think I might have told you the story. Do you know what my last name is? Siddiqui, right?
Yeah.
So Siddiqui is spelled Siddiqui. My dad got a letter from Sweden once. They spelled it Cedeki.
Yes. It's pretty close.
It has nothing apart from the I that is similar to my name. And it was just crazy. I was like, Kadiki? And my dad's like, no, that's how they assume Siddiqui spelled. And I was like, wow.
Wow.
Just wow.
And they make fun of Americans for not caring about spelling.
It was in like 2002, though. It was like 20 years ago.
But still, that's disrespectful.
It was an official document as well. That's why it was funny.
Talking about what were we talking? Oh, talk about flat pitches earlier. I also got the score in the Women's World Cup right now. It's in West Indies and India. India got 2 centuries. They scored 300 runs, and West Indies got 100 runs in 12 overs. They're going out of their minds right now.
And then they're stuck. They're now stuck. In 17 overs, they're 112.
Oh, so yeah, I spoke too soon.
Because I saw this, and Adil, he's been mentioning it for a while, and I was like, oh, wow, right. So it's going to be a close game. And in the next 6 overs, they scored like 5 runs or 6 runs.
My gosh, you're right. What is going on?
Madness.
No run. Rana is like tearing it up right now, getting wickets and giving up no runs. Wow.
Right. So this guy, so I'll tell you this, there was a lot of talk about maybe not playing him because he's just coming back from injury. Not injury, sorry. He was coming back from injury, and then he was tested positive. And then they rushed his negative test and said, oh, let's just put him in the squad. He's negative, right? Because they did that in the PSL as well. So he got 3 negative tests. They're like, okay, you're negative. Just join the squad and then you play. And I was like, okay, fair enough. What if he's not fully fit? His first couple of overs, he didn't look great. But since, especially in that over against Warner and then getting that wicket, and since then, he's just controlling the situation. That's why I like him. He's pretty good with the bat, but he gives you a sort of control that Pakistan didn't have in the previous game. You had Naseem Shah, who's quick but erratic, and Shaheen Afridi. Here you have Hassan Ali, Shaheen, and you have that third all-rounder possibility that offers you a bit more stability with the ball. You know?
Yeah, I'm just wondering, where is the ageless wonder Hafiz at? Come on, guys. This guy just won the PSL.
He hasn't played Test cricket in months, in years.
Yes.
Did
you not see what he did? It does not matter. Okay. You put in a guy like Hafiz because this guy does not know age. This guy knows how to score runs.
Okay.
Which I guess really wasn't the problem, but still.
I've got a counter there. He retired from international cricket 3 months ago.
We don't count that kind of stuff, all right? That doesn't matter. You got Tabish investment here with the spam, but you know.
I want to see the spam. Work at home. You want to destroy me? You want no visit, no travel, no tourism, no meeting, no confidential, and no conference. Whatever is strong rejection. I don't even understand this. I'm really sorry.
Yeah.
But if you like the video or even dislike it, it helps the video. So please do that. That's all I need. Thank you so much. Thank you, Tabish. But yeah, it's still 87 for 1 in the 20th over. And I'm just excited that, you know, Pakistan are going to be able to not have a dead pitch in this match. Because it's all like, it's doing bits. At least it's doing something. Like Fahim Ashraf got a bit of deviation off the pitch, and Usman Khwaja gets his 50 of 69 deliveries.
He's an animal. I mean, how has this guy not been able to play for as long as it was? Unbelievable.
Oh my goodness. 91 for 1 in 20 overs, in less than 20 overs. Let me find something. Do I have something for like good batsmen? No, I don't. I don't have any good batsmen stuff. I have this. This helps. But that has nothing to do with this.
Hey, it's a guy hitting the ball.
Oh, goodness, man. Yeah. Thank you. Game changer. Yep, already read that one, but thanks. Fahim Ashraf to Usman Khwaja plays that down the ground. He's scored more than half the runs. More than half the runs for Australia so far. Adil has a question for yourself, Nick. Asjad, get Nick's views on should Hassan Ali take the. Oh yeah, that's some Faizan Khan, another subscriber of both the channels. He actually said something which is an interesting one. Should Hassan Ali only play one test format? So the thought process behind it is he's not looking great in the limited overs format. He was the third highest wicket taker in the red ball scene. He's got a decent average last year as well with the bat. Okay, he's been aggressive. He's been effective. He's the guy who's been taking wickets on dead pitches in Pakistan and even in like Zimbabwe and stuff, wherever Pakistan have played. And lastly, with the white ball, even if he goes for runs, he only has a few overs to come back into it. In Test cricket, even if he goes for runs, 20 overs later, he comes back, gets the ball to reverse, and he picks up wickets. And that will basically extend his career, something like James Anderson or Stuart Broad, something like what they did. What are your thoughts on Hassan Ali, or in general? What are your thoughts on a player doing that?
Well, first of all, is this the guy that had the big gaffe in the World Cup?
Yes.
Is that same guy? Yeah. So first of all, it might be good for him not to go back to T20. Okay, just saying. That didn't end too well. But on a more serious note, Gabe and I have talked a lot about this multi-format playing guy, and I get it. Like if America's cricket gets to the heights of these full member nations, and you have, let's say, an Aaron Jones who's just killing on all format, I want to see him as much as possible, and that's all well and good. But I also wouldn't mind someone being a specialist in a certain format. And Pakistan, correct me if I'm wrong, they have a lot of players they can choose from, right? And so if you have your guys they don't all have to be one niche, but if you have guys like a Hassan Ali who's seen success, and like you had said about he has more opportunities to bowl and he can take wickets later on, and he's succeeding there, then yes, I think there's something to that. If you wear a guy out, they're going to be worn out, in my opinion. Now, I don't know how much domestic cricket this guy's playing. I'm not sure if he's playing in his
Loads.
smaller clubs. Loads. Okay, there you go. So rest is only going to help this guy. And so I always feel that with certain guys, especially bowlers, especially all-rounders or whatever, you want to save the amount of pellets that are in that arm, so to speak. So I'm all for it.
No, fair enough. I think I said something similar. The only thing I added was, but Pakistan won't do that because they trust in him. They like the camaraderie he has with Shadab Khan and like that bond that they have, the energy they bring into the limited overs scene. But Shadab Khan, Pakistan just doesn't want to try him in Test cricket. So it seems like a good idea until you think, oh, it's Pakistan, so they're not going to do it. But from
Man, so rough,
right? But it does seem like a good idea. I said this before. It's not a bad shout. The only way I see this happening is for the next year, Hassan Ali has the worst year in limited overs cricket. I hope not, but if he does, then maybe we see him. Yes, run out. Is that out? Is that out? Please tell me that's run out. Please, someone review this. Please, someone review this. It's not going to be DRS, but I only have a DRS.
I hate that this stream is pissing me off. I shouldn't say that.
I'm lying here. I'm lying. It's not a player review. It's not a player review, but it is a review of sorts.
Hey, reviews are reviews.
Yeah. But
what do you think? I can't see it. So what do you think? Is he out? I'm usually pretty good at the first looks.
I think he is not out. Actually, you know what? He's out. He's out. He's out. He's out. He's out. Yes.
That's two, baby.
I think it's Labuschagne as well.
Oh my gosh.
Hold on. You might have to cover your ears because this might be slightly loud if they give it out. Okay.
I want the girl scream.
No. Oh, my girl scream. I don't have a girl scream.
That's why I want it. I want you to produce one. I want you to get so excited that it's like.
It just breaks. My voice breaks as soon as I go that high. Right. That needs to be out. Come on. That's out. That looks out to me. That looks out. Why are you checking like 7 times? That is out. That's out. The light is on. His bat's not touching the crease.
He's never too convinced that something good will happen for his team.
Right? Decision pending. They need to give it out. That's the feeling. That's the emotion. Yes. Thank you, Adil. Yes.
Oh, runouts are killing. It's minus. The runouts will kill it.
Oh, I'm so happy. I am so happy.
Let me ask you this, okay? Let me ask you this. I know Marnus is very dangerous, and he went out for a duck technically. Would you rather it have been Uzi because he was settled in, or would you rather be Blues Bus change because once he gets settled in, then you just say goodbye to him?
Oh, that's a tough question. To be honest, I would have been happy either way, whichever batsman it was, because of the way both of them are able to build their innings. Right now, I think getting loose bus change early on is probably the best thing because, yes, Steve Smith's going to come in. Maybe Smith can get some balance. I think it's the best thing that the good batsman gets out early and they keep getting out early because the one who's settled in, even if you get him out, the new batsman, you have to get him out too, right? If you got a settled batsman at one end, you keep getting the less settled one out. Like I'm quite content, and Pakistan is doing what I wanted them to do. I'm happy. Hassan Ali into the attack. Good call. Yes, he got hit for 25 runs in 4 overs, but he will do well in his second spell.
Naman does not get the wicket, but it happens on his watch. Nominally. Oh, no, Hassan Ali, my bad. Your man, Hassan Ali. I was looking at it wrong. It finally came back on, finally. So this right here is hard to see. It's a snowman peep, okay? The marshmallow candies.
Yep.
I got these, I guess it wasn't too long ago. Christmas wasn't too long ago. It seemed to me like it was a long time ago. It might have been a year ago at Christmas, to tell you the truth. It was tucked away in my closet.
Wow.
And to my surprise, I'm like, oh, these are probably expired. The things don't expire for another year and a half. How scary is that? What kind of chemicals do they have in this stuff that they can last for 2.5, 3 years? They're delicious, though.
Have you ever had Maggi noodles?
Mm-mm.
Wow. Right. So Maggi noodles.
Top ramen.
I haven't had that. So, we're in the same boat. But basically, right? Oh, man. I was going to give you another example. Like, we took something out and we were like, oh, this probably expired. And turns out it's not expiring for another year. And I was like, oh, interesting. It could be that it is expired. They're just lying on the cover. That could also be the thing. But oh yeah, did you hear about this? So that Mohammad Siraj is RCB captain. Did you hear about it?
No.
I don't think it's official, but there's been at least 3 people who mentioned it. I've read about it on something while I was streaming about an hour ago.
What?
Yeah. I don't think that's like completely set in stone, but I'll be surprised. I don't know anything about Siraj's captaincy. That'll be a good aggressive Indian captain, but I think Du Plessis needs to get it. What do you think?
It depends. Does Du Plessis want it? First of all, he's an elder statesman, right?
Mm-hmm.
Can still rake, so I'm glad with the RCB. But does he want this at this time in his career? He's been a captain before internationally.
Yeah,
and that's the first thing. Second of all, if captaincy is important, which I want to believe it is in the IPL, you've got to have some kind of camaraderie, some kind of trust, some kind of faith. So a guy coming in, I'm not sure what kind of relationships he has with these guys outside of the locker room. I think that would have to play a part. I'm surprised it's Siraj, though, because Siraj seems he's not the same kind as Pont, even though they're both young, where Pont's a great guy, but he's just a goofball, right? But he also is a very fiery guy, and I can see him trying to work on his game. Now, I could be very wrong on that. I love Mohammad Siraj. I think he's fantastic. And I know he idolizes Kohli. So is he going to take a similar type of captaincy as Kohli? I think it might be too early in his career for this kind of a move. But again, I've been calling for more bowlers to be captains. And I've been getting crushed for it. I got crushed for saying Bumrah. He's the vice captain right now internationally. So take that, people. And now here will be another one. So that would make me happy.
Oh, that's good. I think that would be nice to see because you don't see many bowling captains on a consistent basis. I just want to tell you something because this is something when I first found out about him, right? About Mohammad Siraj, I was surprised about. He's turning 28 in a few days and he's played like many first class games. In terms of like international, like I only found out about him after you, right? That IPL season is when I found out about who Mohammad Siraj was. Prior to that, I had no idea who Mohammad Siraj was. So he's definitely come into the forefront and he's shown that fiery nature for sure. So yeah, not a bad shout, but again, we'll have to see how he goes as a genuine captain. I want to ask you something about Steve Smith. Have you got your stream back up?
Yeah.
Have you seen Steve Smith bat right now? Because he's made a specific change to his technique. He's opening himself up a bit more. So he's not moving or going a bit side on. Usually when he used to open up, he'd go side on and then he'd play on the leg side or through the covers. I think he's made a conscious choice that he's going to play a bit wider and with an open stance. Have you noticed that? Or do you think that's something that he's kind of changed?
I don't notice the stances of the batters. That's something that is very similar in baseball where you have open stances. Everyone loves the open stance, especially more dramatic if you want to get set up to pull that. And I've never even thought about that with cricket, which is kind of interesting. So no, I can't say that I have noticed that in the past. He does seem like he's a little more able to play on either leg. There's a few balls that kind of like in T20 would have been a wide, and he's just kind of swatting away like he's not even messing around. He's not trying to hit it. He's just trying to get it out of the way. But yeah, no, I didn't even notice that. It's interesting.
Because it looks unorthodox, even though he's genuinely an unorthodox player. But it was just like even more unorthodox.
It's just Steve Smith being Steve Smith. The scoring has really dried out right now. I mean,
yeah, since the Manas wicket.
Well, even before that, because Manas was 0 for 8, right?
Oh yeah.
You got Uzi get his 50. He's still at 50. Nominally Good is in there right now. I love that. Namin.
I like him. I like him.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just want to address something. So I've checked it on Instagram and it's not there, Siraj.
I don't see it on Google either.
Yeah,
all
I
I
don't
see
find
is
it.
him writing some kind of it's not a love note, but some kind of note to Virat Kohli when he was downgraded.
Yeah.
You okay over there? You freaking out?
I was freaking out because it hit Steve Smith came down the track and the ball hit the top of his bat and it was about to go to the bowler, but it bounced like 10 yards in front of him.
Dude, this is the worth. This is definitely worth the price of admission. Just watching you watch your team.
Oh man, it's so scary.
You're
though.
typically so calm. I love it, but like when it's your team, you're just like pins and needles
all the time. I said this, and you probably any Pakistani who's watched cricket in the 90s will say this to you. We cannot trust the Pakistan team, right? And it's not because they weren't the greatest in the 90s.
Trust issues.
They were really good in the 90s. It's just the fact that Pakistan has the ability to win games from the opponent. Just watch, right? The opponent is 200 for one. They can get him out for 220 or 235 all out, right?
Wow.
But then when Pakistan is batting, they can be 200 for one and then be 210 all out. Okay, so they're that type of team, and you're just so many times you've been burned and stuff. So
you're just waiting for the epic collapse.
Yeah, which is why every time I talk about Pakistan, people like Fazan from Quality Shot, he's like, "You're too negative." I'm like, "No, I've just seen them play a lot longer than you, even though I'm only 2 years older than him, but a lot longer than him." Like that's all I keep saying. I was like, so much longer, and yeah, it's just sometimes scary, but definitely I understand how a lot of people feel. Like I don't know how I'm streaming right now watching a Pakistan game. Like before the T20 World Cup, I said this. I was like, I only stream Pakistan games because I wouldn't watch them otherwise. I wouldn't watch the match because I'd be too worried about watching the game. Like what would happen? Crazy. Look at that economy as well. Naman Ali, good job, my friend. 3 overs, 3 runs.
I know.
You did.
He's given it literally a run each over so far.
Mm-hmm.
He's a machine right now.
For sure.
Let's see. So there's a video. I gotta listen to this. You won't be able to hear it.
No, that's fine.
There's a video, Siraj. Of course, I can't understand it. What am I thinking?
Is it?
It says something on the RCB Instagram page.
Right. Let me.
It's RCB Unbox. Now this was done. Well, no, this is just some event. This is not about captaincy.
Yeah, it's not about captaincy. 12th man army.
Yeah, they're saying check the Instagram, but I'm not seeing anything on here.
Yeah, I can't see anything on Instagram either. But thanks
that
for
would be crazy.
That would be crazy.
So let's talk about that then, because if they go that route, they're looking long term. Because if you go with the FOF, it's not a long term answer unless the guy wants to play in his 50s. Who's going to tell him he can't? So it's not a long term answer. Siraj, even though he is an older, younger player, once again, you could conceivably talk about the next 5 or 6 or 7 years,
which
would make more sense.
Yeah,
I mean, you put Shahal in there, right? But Shahal is no longer with RCB. Oh, it's so sad. I'm trying to think who else would be more of a long-term guy. Patel hasn't been there long enough.
Not even Maxwell. Maxwell's 33 or something.
Yeah, he's only been there for a year now, and I'm not a biggest fan of his BBL captaincy. Just saying.
Well, do you know what? Melbourne Stars have done nothing, and I support them, so it's fine.
Don't even think about RCB. I know you won't, but don't even think about it.
No, I can't support RCB if I'm supporting CSK. That's like, oh no, I've got really bad jokes. I'm not going to make them right now.
Oh, please do.
It's political, and I don't want to make political jokes. It was, I don't want to say it. It's fine. It's okay. Anyways, I came up with some really cool puns though, watching boring reviews. So thank you for that. Like the jaded thing. I absolutely love that.
Oh, yeah. You. I thought you were saying like you were inspired to make up some based on our.
Oh, I did. But I've already used them, and they're not in English. And I did it like they're in Urdu, so I said stuff, and for about 3 hours last night, I was just making puns upon puns and puns. That's all I was doing. And
Fantastic.
it's not great when, only I understand the pun. When the people think that's not great. And as you can tell, I'm going to talk about random stuff because I'm very sleep deprived.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna say you're getting to that delirious state, and I love it.
Yeah. This is unseen territory for yourself.
Okay, well, let me ask you a random question then. How do you pronounce Karakoram the correct way?
I just say Karakoram. Karakoram.
A little bit of spice on the R there.
Yeah. I think that's fine. It's just a ka rather than ke. Like you say Karakoram, so maybe Karakoram.
Karakoram.
Right. So I just want to address this. Fazan Khan, I addressed it when I came back, basically. So my mom's flight delayed by like an hour and a half. So I can do up till the end of the first session. And Nick kindly joined me as well. So yeah, I'm back until the first session, end of the first session, which is about 10-15 minutes probably. But yeah, long story short, yeah, I was like, if I can, why shan't I? Right. So hence.
Why shan't I? I love it.
Indeed.
Why shan't I?
Adil says, Azad, there's a video of Kohli circulating announcing new captain, and there's a picture of Faf appearing. Okay, thanks, Adil.
I mean, that would make the most sense, even though it's not long term.
Yeah, wow. I'm not gonna take it as gospel, as you'd say, until it's official, plastered everywhere, and there's at least like 1,700 videos on YouTube about who is the new RCB captain. Then I'll probably be like, okay, cool. And the only video I'll watch is the one from Cricket for Americans, because that's what you guys should do. Subscribe to Cricket for Americans, like their videos, and check all their videos out. Really good video recently about the Shane documentary, and that was a really good reaction. I appreciate that.
Oh, I'm so mad about that because last night I had some time. Everyone was in bed. It was perfect to watch some Shane Warne. It's not on our Amazon. I can't find it anywhere. I'm going to have to use a VPN probably to access. I don't understand why they wouldn't make it available. They keep saying online that it's on Prime Video Sports or Prime Sports Video. Okay, I'm sure it's part of Amazon Prime. I can't find it. It's not here. It's really annoying.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll tell you one thing though. I've had that feeling because 83, the movie 83, right?
Yeah.
That's supposed to be releasing on Hotstar and Amazon Prime. Don't have it anywhere in the UK, right?
It still hasn't released?
In the UK, it hasn't on any of those platforms. But according to Google, it was meant to happen 3 weeks ago. And then it's the new film, the Alia Bhatt movie, the Gangu Bhai Kathiawadi or something, right?
Yeah, that one got delayed.
Yeah. So we were gonna watch it. Like me and my wife sat down.
Well,
it's 4. It's close enough. 4. It's close enough. Fazan Khan says 1 more wicket needed here. Hassan with the slightly old ball is on. He can't get one here. We need he's the one who will be able to, I think. Noman Ali's gonna try and dry up the runs, even though he got hit for 4 at the start of this over. But he's gonna be the one who tries to squeeze the run rate. But Hassan Ali needs to be the aggressor in terms of taking wickets. And that 2021 Hassan was the best Hassan Ali I've ever seen. He took like 48 wickets in the year. Third highest. Ashwin, Shaheen, and then Hassan Ali, like top 3 last year in Test cricket. So I was really happy about that. Fazan Khan says, Nick, it's not on North American Amazon, only in the Australia. In the UK as well. I've seen it. I saw it in England. I saw Shane. That's the only reason why I knew about the documentary. I was like, Shane Warne. So I watched it near Christmas and near New Year's. And I was like, this is all right. Again, they had to, and you shouldn't speak like that, but basically they had to rejig a couple of things to kind of suit documentary purpose videos. Like there's a couple of things that there is valid proof that they haven't shown and they've gone down a different route, but it's good. It's a good, solid documentary. If you want a legal way of watching the movie, Nick, just let me know and I'll help.
I love your winking. Yeah, I think that was winking. I don't know.
The opposite of winking, because I didn't want to like
the eye bulging. I love it. I don't understand from like a business perspective. All right. Do they just like, oh, no one in North America is going to care about cricket. What's the point? Like, does it cost a lot of money for that license so we can watch it here? Aren't there people from Australia and from England and other cricket watching countries that live in America? Or have we scared them all off?
I don't think you'd scare them off. All of them are going there because they're not getting selected for the national sides.
Yeah.
Go to the States.
Don't come to Nevada because the housing market is out of control right now.
Oh, snap. I was going to ask, you mentioned
out of control.
Really?
Yes.
Are you planning on selling a house soon?
No, because if you sell, you got to buy high, right? No, we're perfectly. Let me try to explain this without getting too many details because my wife will kill me. So I wanted to refinance for purposes I won't get into right here. And so we did an appraisal. You have to do an appraisal for the refinance. And we had actually refinanced the year previous for a different purpose. So it's kind of funny. But anyways, we've refinanced in April of last year, and we're refinancing again right now. And it basically finalized the end of February. So you're talking 10 months. In 10 months, the value of the home went up north of $150,000. In 10 months.
Wow.
And the other crazy thing is this. So we had bought our first house in 2017. And then we sold it because we wanted to have a little more room and all that kind of stuff. And it was just the right time. And so we sold it in 2020. Moved into this house. This is a very nice house. We like it a lot. And this is a house that we can be in for a very long time and be happy and have plenty of room. And so we bought it in 2020, literally like 6 or 7 months before the market exploded. And it was the perfect timing ever. And to the point where we could not afford this house right now if we bought it just like a year later. And we were that close to just renting for a little while until we found a house that we liked because we couldn't find a house. It's insane, man.
Crazy. I think the housing market in the UK, London, is absolutely horrendous at the moment. It's terrible in terms of like London and trying to find a place to live. Thankfully, I don't live in London, so I'm okay. But everyone's been telling me, and it's just crazy. What a Yorker by Hassan Ali, to no avail.
Are the prices insane too?
Yeah. So okay.
There's just no vacancy?
Yeah, there is vacancy, but the way things are happening. So, for example, if a house is £600,000, right? They go in, have that discussion. Next day, it's sold to someone because they just paid $700,000 because they were like, "We've got more money, take it," and they just take the house. It could be, yeah, it could be a lot of
that's happening here too. Someone they'll list a house for say $400,000. And you have a guy that, look at Martis, he's behind side himself. He's about to cry. Jeez Louise. Yeah, that comment's crazy right there. 5 years later, 1.3 million.
Oh my.
We saw a house for fun on Zillow. I'm not going to say how we know the person. They bought it for $900,000 a few years ago. It's worth 2.1 right now.
Whew. Houses in our area, you buy it at 120, you sell it at 140 over the course of 5 years. It probably stays.
I mean, that's traditional increase.
Yeah.
Dude, they can turn that Martis face right there into a meme. He looks destroyed. I mean, he looks like I don't even want to say what it looks like, but he looks devastated.
Yeah, 100%. And I wish I had screen grabbed that, but on the TV, you can't really do a screenshot. But I will. I'm sure someone has. I'm sure someone's probably put it online. But yeah, the way he got it run out, because he didn't expect, like, the confidence he had when he was talking to Usman Khwaja, right? He's like, yeah, that's not out. And he was literally that much away from the crease. And I was so happy. I'm so sorry, Marnis Labuskakni, but, it is what it is.
No, you don't have to be sorry. That just shows his youth and a little bit of inexperience there. And I'm glad that he's so passionate about it. Don't get me wrong, but, man, I don't think I've ever seen a cricket player that upset.
I'll tell you something. If you get a chance, watch Ben Stokes after getting hit for 4 sixes by Carlos Brathwaite. He He was absolutely balling. Watch Andrew Flintoff and Brett Lee at the Ashes. When was it? 2005. 2005. So yeah, some great crying scenes in cricket. Usually
Is that my man Pasha over there?
Yep.
He's like, yeah.
He's like, yep. I love it.
He's just having his breakfast.
It's breakfast time for you right now?
It's 7 a.m.
Did you sleep at all?
I slept. I think I slept from like 9:45 to 12 o'clock, and then I was.
Oh my gosh!
I was still awake, and then I wasn't sleeping. Like I was watching this show. Please watch it. It's called Bestseller. It's on Amazon Prime. Give it a watch. It is very predictable, but it's really entertaining. It's really entertaining. Oh, it's good.
Will do.
It's sorry. I'll do it through Patreon just to make it official. But check it out if you get a chance.
This guy, I'll do it through Patreon. You're funny.
Fazan,
wow.
By the way, Warren was a great leg spinner, but the two men this trophy is named after were Warren's heroes and grew leg spin from the 50s to the 80s before Warren made it super popular. Yeah, that's very true. So not Usman Qadir. Abdul Qadir was the guy that Shane Warne said was his idol when he was growing up. When he wanted to be a leg spinner, and Richie Benaud was probably the best Australian spinner before Shane Warne. Is that right? Yeah. And he was a great commentator as well. Huge fan. Loved the way. Like you probably seen him as well. If you type Richie Benaud, you're like, oh, that guy. He's that guy. I know who you're talking about. But yeah, he was an absolute beast with the ball. He was a bit of a great. He had insights about cricket that I could only wish to have. And I was just like, dude, this guy was great. So yeah, I agree, Fazan. Do check out Abdul Qadir though. He was, just imagine a mixture of Imran Tahir and Usman Qadir in terms of the way he approached the crease. But then when he bowled, he spun it like this much. He spun it loads. And he had a killer googly. The one thing that Shane Warne invented.
It's not fair.
Yeah, I know, right? I can't spin it this much. Spin it yards. The one thing that Shane Warne invented, which you might not know that he invented, is the flipper. Right?
Yeah, the flipper.
Yeah. So I don't know how. Right. When I was younger, I used to think the flipper was just a straight to delivery, but it's not. I can't find a ball. Hold on. I don't have a ball. Oh, it's too far. I'm too lazy. Right. Basically, he just clicks his finger. He brings it round and clicks it, and the ball goes straight. And I've tried that with a cricket ball. That is hard. That is so difficult. And it's lunch, I believe. 100 for 2. 100 for 2. Oof.
Yeah, they man, you really want to get that last wicket before lunch, but you can't really control it. The real question is, what's for breakfast? I gotta know. What's for breakfast?
Scrambled eggs, brown bread, cup of tea.
Nice. Brown bread. I love it. Is that what you call wheat bread?
Yeah.
Whole meal.
I love it.
Whole meal. Yeah. So you got brown bread, you got white bread, and then you've got seeded bread. I can't believe this has become a bread conversation. And then you've got whole wheat. Bread.
And then you've got
50-50, where it looks like white bread, but it has the benefits of wholemeal bread. And then you've got soft bread, which has the edges cut off.
Soft bread. I've never heard that. I haven't heard the seeded bread. Haven't heard the soft bread. Haven't heard the brown bread. That's hilarious. My favorite is sourdough.
Sourdough. We had sourdough like 3 months ago. That's good. I like it.
Yeah.
It's good.
The problem is no one in my house likes it. So when I buy even like a half loaf or something.
Post it. 6,000 miles. Happy to eat it.
Yes. We've had this for a few months. Go ship it to Ashjad. But Nate, there's like 4 slices. I said ship it to Ashjad.
All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go through the last few comments, and then I'm probably going to have to leave because the airport is 2 hours away. So let me just check this out. So Fazan says, Nick, if you see Richie Benaud, the commentator, you would say this dude was professional athlete. Yeah. He didn't look like it. He did not look like a professional athlete. Just like that's his frame, not that he was like very big or anything. He just didn't look like a guy who you think plays sports. You'd think, oh, he's a mathematician, right?
And on the flip side, I definitely look like a guy who sits down and watches movies all day long. No surprise there.
Oh man, yes, exactly, Fazan, exactly. So for leg spinner, it's flipper, and then the doosra for Saklan Mushtaq. So I don't know if you've heard of Saklan Mushtaq, Pakistani off spinner. So he played in the mid to late 90s and early 2000s. Right now is Pakistan's head coach as well. He invented the doosra, so the off spinner that goes the other way. And then basically Muralitharan also did it, but he didn't call it anything. Yeah. So doosra basically means the other one. So when he's bowling, like he used to shout,
yes,
he used to shout to the wicketkeeper, "I'm going to bowl the doosra," right? And mostly the batsmen don't understand Urdu or Hindi, right? So they're English or whatever. So the keeper knows that it's going to spin the other way. So the keeper's ready for that. And then the batsman's like, "What just happened?" So yeah, he's the guy who
we call a screwball in baseball.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know that. Let's go.
Yeah.
Very brown dad breakfast, Mr. Pasha. I think my dad has the same thing. Really,
Of course not.
Okay.
Now, you got to put the eggs on the bread, right? You got to toast the bread and put the eggs on the bread, right?
Yep. Okay. Yeah, he said yep.
Absolutely.
He said yep. Warren once said that he has an entire wall of Abdul Qadir videos in his house growing up. That's crazy. That is crazy.
That
shows how much of a follower he was of his as well. Right, Nick, to be honest, I'm going to go in about 5 minutes. If you have time, hang about for 5 minutes and then we'll go.
I'll hang around for 5 minutes. No worries. It's 11 o'clock here. Everyone's asleep. And, you know, for the first time in a few weeks, I get to sleep in tomorrow. So I'm super excited. I was telling my students today, sleeping in is my second favorite thing. My first favorite thing, eating food.
Yeah. I agree. I agree with that order. And it probably goes eating food, sleeping, and then watching movies or shows.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Okay. I get that. I agree.
I don't know if you've done this before, but, you know, we got the new daughter and, you know, all that kind of stuff, and you got responsibilities. But if you have like a day where you have like really nothing going on and you just watch like 3 or 4 movies in a row, it's so nice while you're doing it, but when you're done, you're just like, I accomplished 0 today. I wasted the entire day.
Do you know what you think? You think I wasted the entire day. ... I wish I had slept instead of watching those movies.
Yes, and for me, it'd be movies I probably already see like 1 million times, anyways.
I think really we were watching The Last Jedi yesterday, and halfway through, I was like, I'm gonna go do something else. And I think I slept. Instead. My dad slept while watching Last Jedi, which makes sense because no offense to The Last Jedi, I did not like that movie.
Okay, here we go.
Is it your favorite?
It's one of my favorite Star Wars films.
Wow.
Gabe always wants to punch me when I say that. When I watched that movie, I really liked it, and then I heard all the hatred for it, and I'm like, oh, maybe it wasn't that good. Maybe I was crazy. I don't do drugs, but maybe I did that day. Who knows? And so I watched it again, and I was like, the front of my mind was like, oh yeah, that is bad. The back of my mind's like, I still like it. And so like since then, I'm like, how dare I let someone else's opinion influence me? Every time I watch. Now, there's some parts that are stupid. Okay, the Canto Bite casino part is absolutely dumb.
Yeah.
The whole Rose Finn relationship, absolutely dumb. Don't care about it whatsoever. I'm not going to do it on here, but Chris does a spot-on impression of Rose. It's messed up, which was why I won't do it. I had nothing against the actress, but my brother is a messed up person. What can I say? And there's certain parts I don't like, but there's so many parts about that movie that are brilliant. When they set up the whole Snoke battle sequence in his lair with the music, with the lightsaber, it's so phenomenal. That whole scene, the whole scene where they're on the salt and underneath is the red soil and they're doing that whole thing. It's absolutely fantastic. Where Kylo Ren has lost his mind. Fire everything. And they're going crazy on Luke Skywalker. And Hux is like, you think you got him? I mean, it's just the rage in Adam Driver. There's so many good things about that movie. And then it ends with her saving them by using the Force by lifting some rocks. Where Luke Skywalker says, it's not just lifting some rocks, you bonehead. The fact that Luke Skywalker is so depressed about what happened, which I don't like what they did with his character, but I accepted it by now. And he's so terrified that he won't even help Ray out because he sees someone even stronger in her. I love that movie, man.
I appreciate and respect your incorrect point of view, but it's fine.
Yes.
It's fine. That's the thing, right? I've tried to like that movie. I failed. Even when you were talking, I was like, Adam Driver. Like at his act, like that's the first thing.
What?
I'd apart from in the final film in Rise of Skywalker. Apart from that movie, I was like, he is a depressive villain. Like I did not.
You didn't like him in Force Awakens?
Nope, didn't like him in Force Awakens. Didn't like because I expected a lot, and because of the trailers, I expected like Darth Vader levels. Yeah. So the expectation and the reality. He doesn't have the sound, and he sounds so sad. He's a villain. You're supposed to sound angry more than.
He is sad. The dude betrayed his entire family. The dude kills his dad, for crying out loud. That's some dark stuff. You don't love the tantrums that he throws. You don't love how ticked off he gets that this girl he doesn't even know is able to best him. Snoke, she bested you? I mean, I absolutely love his immaturity. Rise of Skywalker had some good parts, but that movie, I don't like it all.
I think the thing that you liked about Last Jedi, I didn't like, and the thing you didn't like about Rise of Skywalker, I did like personally. And I thought Rise of Skywalker was what I wanted, and The Last Jedi could be just wiped off the face of the earth, and I'd be okay with it. But but they had one good scene in that movie where Luke comes in and he goes through and he does the whole thing at the end. But the red, just like I'm
so
remembering
artistic.
the movie.
I love it. It's so artistic.
I sat down at work, spoke to my one of my friends and one of my bosses who looks like Obi-Wan Kenobi, right? The original.
Right? Okay, Alec Guinness.
Alec Guinness. And I sat with him and I asked him, what did you think of Last Jedi? And he looked at me and was like, it was good. And then me and my friend looked at each other and we were like, seriously? What? How? So I think everyone obviously entitled to their own opinion, but I might have to give it another watch. I might have to watch the marathon 1 till 9 and then Rogue One.
Some people
you're gonna skip.
Okay.
You're gonna skip Star Wars or Solo?
Yeah, Solo. Yeah, no way. Solo was so low, so low.
Oh, wow, the puns have made their way, and they're not even in Urdu. I love it.
Right, I'm going to go through the last couple of comments. Fazan says, I have a 4-month-old. I don't remember what sleeping feels like one day. Yeah. Eventually, you'll get there. You'll be fine. Don't worry. Put on some earplugs. I'm kidding. Don't do that. Like,
congratulations on the 4-month-old. That's awesome.
That too. I think I've congratulated him. Well, congratulate you again. Congratulations. And hopefully, it does get better. And you can sleep. I'm sure Nick can sleep. Right? Yeah?
Oh, yeah. You kidding me? My kids... Once all of them allowed us to sleep in, and they're all out of diapers, all this. I mean, it's Dream City, my friend. It's the life.
Yeah. Fazan Khan also says, I still think Jar Jar Binks was a nice, funny side character to add a bit of. Do you know what? Did you know Michael Jackson wanted to play Jar Jar Binks? Did you know?
I'm sure he did. Michael Jackson was obsessed with getting a movie career going.
Yeah, he wanted.
He was in a few movies
Binks without the animation. Like he wanted to be under the prosthetics and do all that stuff. And I was like, I'm glad he didn't. Because Phantom Menace, not a big fan of Phantom Menace.
Oh, I
not
hate
a big
that
fan
movie.
of Jar Jar Binks. Because I was trying to decide which one, and both of you might disagree with me, but I was deciding 3 of my worst like Star Wars movies. It's Phantom Menace, Last Jedi, and A New Hope. But I don't know
what.
I don't know which
one. What?
You weren't even born then.
I saw it afterwards.
What do you know about
what?
Brought New Hope to us.
Are you kidding me right now? How are you so... What? A New Hope?
Yeah.
That movie's Now, it is slower than the other original trilogy, but it's such an amazing... What are you talking about?
Groundbreaking.
It is groundbreaking, but for 1978, not for now.
Even for now.
So when I've seen it, it's just like...
Have you seen Phantom Menace? Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no.
Absolutely groundbreaking.
Phantom Menace is the worst. And then
you put Solo above A New Hope?
Oh no, Solo doesn't count as a Star Wars movie. Like it just doesn't
A
count.
Star Wars story.
Okay, then Solo's the worst, right? That's the consensus. I think Solo's the
Wow.
worst.
You
But-
put A New Hope below Rise of Skywalker,
Yeah.
where they couldn't even keep a fluid storyline going throughout. So let's just bounce to 55 different planets in 45 minutes and see what happens.
That's what my dad thought as well.
I mean, are you kidding me right now? I don't know what the point of was the scene of the actress Carrie Russell, which I like a whole lot, by the way. I don't know what her character's point was and why Poe's like, hey, can I get a kiss? She says no. Okay, my bad. Like, it was so weird. There were some cool parts. I mean, Rey busting out the lightning out of her hands when she was getting frustrated. That was really cool. The scene that they completely spoil in the trailer, one of the best scenes ever, where she's chasing after Kylo Ren. How does Kylo Ren, a Sith Lord, allow a girl running on dirt with a lightsaber to stop his little speed or whatever? How does he allow that to happen? Doesn't he know how to swerve a little bit? Doesn't he have some of that Anakin piloting blood inside of him? What is this guy thinking? The guy, I mean, honestly, how do you explain that to your boss? How did she best you? She was running on sand. Are you kidding me? That's never happened in the history of Star Wars. But A New Hope? These aren't the droids we're looking for. Are you kidding me?
I may have to revisit A New Hope again, but that's what I remember from like 4 years ago when I saw it last.
Oh my God.
As soon as I watch Empire Strikes Back or Return of the Jedi, I'm like, oh, I'm going to watch the movie. Like I sit down, I watch it again. But when it's A New Hope, I'm like, okay, I'll watch some of it and then
the ending scene's the best thing. Now, first of all, I don't know how Darth Vader misses Luke Skywalker, okay? He's got him in his sights. No one's ever answered this question for me. He's got him in his scopes. I have you now. And he shoots at him, and the laser goes off. It goes off. But then all of a sudden, Han Solo comes after that and shoots him and distracts him. But the laser still goes off. I don't know how it doesn't hit Luke and kill him. But then he had the greatest line. You're all clear, kid. Let's blow this thing and go home. I mean, are you kidding me? Right? What's the best Star Wars movie in your opinion? You better say the right movie for this one.
Okay, so I've got top three. If I had to pick top three, it would be Revenge of the Sith, Empire Strikes Back, or Rogue One. Like those are the three that I like.
You have Revenge of the Sith on the same level as Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah, Revenge of the Sith. Oh, I love that movie. Oh my goodness, that was amazing. The fight sequences and all, oh man.
Okay.
Yeah, technology wins for him.
Yeah. No, I like Empire Strikes Back. I like Return of the Jedi as well. And I agree with Fazan's comment. So thanks for coming to my aid, Fazan. You and I grew up during the 1, 2, 3 era, and the latest ones. We feel very different about the new Star Wars than some of the people who were born closer to 4, 5, 6, which makes sense.
I was -6 years old when the New Hope came out. Okay, people. I'm not as old as I may look. All right. Now, I did watch 4, 5, and 6 on recorded VHS tapes that I recorded from television with the commercials and all that stuff, and watched that over and over and over. I get that. Explain something to me in Revenge of the Sith. Okay, they spend 3 movies chronicalizing Anakin's turn to Darth Vader. Okay. And they do a really good job. And the second one, Hayden Christensen's best acting is when he's yelling at Padme about he's so angry. He's holding me back about Obi-Wan Kenobi, where he says, I killed them, but not just the men, the women, and the children. I mean, that is chilling acting right there. And then how do you go from that progression to the third one where he's basically a Boy Scout the entire time? He does kill Dooku. Like 1 second, the guy does, do it. Okay, I'll do it, whatever. But he is doing different things. He's in the council. How does he go from a guy who's ready and willing to arrest a Sith Lord because he's dangerous? He goes to Mace Windu. He's a Sith Lord. We got to take him down. He's willing to arrest him. He doesn't want him killed because he believes a lie about saving Padme, but he's willing to arrest him. How does he go to that to within a span of 15 minutes? Okay, I eat food fast, but I can't eat food that fast. 15 minutes to where he's willing to kill little kids, younglings. Explain that to me. How does he go to that?
When you break you break. And like I'm not gonna justify
Killing kids break.
I'm not gonna justify it. All I'm gonna say, like, killing kids is wrong. Okay, I
The
understand
whole
that.
progression makes no sense. They should have had a break in the very first 5 minutes of the movie, and then I would have bought it more near
Fair
hour and a half, 2 hours timestamp that he's willing to go that far.
Fair enough.
And then not just that, but when he comes to and he's in the Darth Vader suit and he's got all his limbs, fake limbs back, right? And the guy's like, "Oh, sorry, dude, Padme didn't make it. The kids didn't make it. My bad." How does he not go after the Emperor right then and there and break in that moment?
Yeah, lots of breaks.
Okay, I'll tell you. The way I'm going to turn the stream off before I finish the sentence. No, I can't.
You can turn it off and then keep talking if you want. I know you got to get going, but still.
Yeah, when I watched the movie, I thought to myself, "This is amazing." I was 13 or 14 when it came out. Loved it. I saw it again not too long ago, and I was like, I still like this movie. So I'm not going to justify any of the decisions taken by the director, but whenever I watch it, I just really enjoy it. And with in terms of Star Wars, the one thing that I'm kind of surprised at is I don't remember them very well. I remember MCU and DC films a lot better than I remember Star Wars. So I like, the only one I can possibly remember is Rogue One is probably the one that I remember best, even though I've only seen it twice. So, but I will revisit, and then I may have to rejig my list.
So
but
you haven't watched them a million times, is what you're
No,
saying.
no, no.
You're not like
No.
a huge Star Wars fan. I could excuse that, okay? I didn't know I was talking to a babe here.
Wow. Wow.
He's a novice.
No,
I'm
yeah, no disrespect.
How many times do you think is sufficient to not be a baby in Star Wars terms?
I would, and there's so many movies right now, right? I would say you have to watch the original trilogy each 8 or 10 times at least.
Okay, no, I
right?
haven't done that. I haven't.
Right? And then even I don't like the prequels. Revenge of the Sith is definitely the best of the prequels. I'll give you that. And Gabe loves that movie. So you and him have that in common. He loves that movie. But for me, I mean, it's not even in my top 6 Star Wars films.
Oh,
to tell you
wow.
the truth.
Wow.
So Empire Strikes Back is the OG. It's the best ever. That movie is flawlessly perfect. It's amazing.
I think with the one that I've seen the most is Empire Strikes Back, and I think I've seen that like 6 times, 5 or 6.
Okay, so hey, you're getting there.
One film, but the others, I think New Hope I've seen twice, 3 times, because we did a marathon like 15 years ago, 17 years ago, just before Revenge of the Sith came out. So we did the marathon.
New Hope
4, 5, 6, 1, 2, and then we went to the cinema and watched the movie. But yeah, that's my Star Wars story. It's better than Solo.
Star Wars story.
It's better than Solo.
Oh man.
Anyways, right. Thank you guys. It's still lunch. It's 100 for 2 for Australia. Let's hope Pakistan can take some wickets. Thank you everyone who has stayed with us. 12 people still in the chat. Thank you so much. Please like and subscribe. Do go over to Cricket for Americans. And until next time, stay safe. Take care. Oh, wait. You do until next time. I'll do 6 runs. I'll
Thank you so much, Ozja, for having me on. Thank you so much, Pasha, for hanging around and allow me to abuse your son here a little bit. But with all that being said, until next time.
That's 6 runs.